This is the Hope Hot Springs game, recorded in Hot Springs on October 3rd. Your play-by-play announcers are Bubba Powers and Randy Wright.
Welcome to Hot Springs, where the Hope Bobcats have traveled to take on the Hot Springs Trojans in the second week of AAA Southwest Conference play. Both teams come into tonight's game undefeated, and the Bobcats have a tough chore ahead of them in playing the Hot Springs Trojans, who beat Malvern in the first week of conference play last week 30-7.
Well, number one, it's on the road, Randy, and number two, anytime you can beat Malvern 30-7, that has to open some eyes up, and of course, Coach Kell understands that the Bobcats are going to have a tough time anytime they play a conference game, because the conference is obviously going to be even this year without a doubt. But any team that can go in and knock Malvern off, the preseason favorites, and with their great running back Harold Harris, obviously is a team to be reckoned with for sure. They come here to Hot Springs tonight. The Trojans are on a roll just simply because they're 1-0. They're a leg up on everyone, or at least four of the teams, so to speak, and the Bobcats are in the same position. And add on top of that, it's homecoming, so football teams always play better on homecoming, or that's generally the case. And so the Bobcats will have the work cut out tonight against a very tough Hot Springs Trojans team.
Well, and we would be remiss in not informing the fans of the whole scope of this game, including the suspension earlier today of 3 Hot Springs players that will not play in tonight's game. 2 of them outstanding running backs last week that both Foxworth and Adams carried for near 100 yards in the win over Malvern. They won't be playing tonight. That'll hurt Hot Springs, but really not something that Hope's prepared for, because it was just announced today.
Well, you know, and you never know what's going to happen with the football team when they're faced with adversity. I remember a great Orange Bowl victory by the Razorbacks back in the late 70s when Lou Holt suspended a couple of players, his best running back and receiver, and they came back and beat Oklahoma 31-8. I don't think that's a tremendous parallel, but the point is you never know what's going to happen to a football team. Hot Springs could come out here, band together, and really play like a wounded animal, knowing they have to pick it up a notch, so it may bring the rest of their players up a level. Some of their players maybe have been playing at a mediocre level, may bring them up a notch. We don't know. Whatever happens, the Bobcats have to come in here, as always, take care of what they do best, and that is to run the football, throw the football well, and play good swarming team defense. And if they do that, and as always, keep their mistakes to a minimum, take advantage of the Trojan mistakes, the Bobcats will win this football game.
Well, and last week the Bobcat defense came of age in shutting out the Arkadelphia Badgers in the conference opener, and certainly Coach Joe Kell and his staff hope for that same type of performance tonight for the Bobcat defense.
The defense is probably the phase of the football team that's come on the most since the Warren game. As we said before, I think it took them a little while to adjust to this new type defense. The thing that impressed me most last week was how many kids went to the football, especially when the offense attacked outside and tried to get outside. Just an outstanding game of defense by the Bobcat defense last week. Also, if the Bobcat offense can come in and continue to stay diversified as they have, and that is obviously their passing game is an excellent part of their game. The running game has been better than solid. It's really been outstanding. And then Courtney Cole able to do some things, and when he's in the pocket and takes off and runs, the option play, even though we haven't seen a great deal, that's always something that with a good running quarterback and the running backs that we have can open up. So if the Bobcats can keep their offense diversified, if that defense swarms to the football like they did last week against Arkadelphia, as I said before, Bobcats will come out of here 2-0.
Well, and don't think the Trojans don't have weapons, even without their suspended players. Their quarterback, McDaniel's an outstanding quarterback, some fine wideouts that they'll be throwing. They've got good speed, and they'll give the Bobcats everything on a conference night that you can expect. And what the Bobcats need to do, as you mentioned, is come away from a road game with a road victory, which are precious in AAA Southwest.
Well, Hot Springs has outstanding athletes, and as many of you know, Hot Springs used to be a 4A school. You know, now they're down in AAA, but they do have some outstanding athletes here. Their kicking game is just absolutely one of their strong points. we've seen their field goal kicker here in warm-ups make 45, 50-yard field goal. So we know they're going to be capable in that regard. They do have some good skilled people left. Randy mentioned the quarterback. They have some excellent, good-sized linemen, so it's going to be a fight from start to finish. But if the Bobcats put everything together, it's going to be a game that they will win.
So we'll be back on KTSS with all the exciting action of Bobcat football after these messages.
When your car has had a little oops, take it to Randy's Auto Glass and Collision Center. Randy and the boys will carefully get to the problem and do whatever is necessary to get your car looking its very best again. With PPG paints, we give your car that showroom finish. We rebuild or replace parts to make your car look and drive like new. Quality that will last for years is our goal at Randy's Auto Glass and Collision Center, 508 West Compress, just behind Pizza Hut in Hope. First Federal Savings and Loan Association is more than just another bank. We have a friendly drive-through, but with no long lines. We have checking accounts like other banks, but we also offer great rates on various savings plans. Our 10-month certificate of deposit has no penalty for early withdrawal, and like friends, we know you by your first name.
Hello, I'm Paul Ball, manager of First Federal Savings and Loan. Come by and experience our very professional service and personal attention here at First Federal, 6th and South Main, Hope, Arkansas.
Give your tired, aching feet some relief by coming to Foster's Shoe Store today. At Foster's, we take the time to measure and get your feet in the best fitting shoes from makers like Bass, Dockers, Eastland, and others. Check out the extreme comfort of a Bianco. Caring mothers put their children's feet into Keds and jumping jacks. Men, let your feet experience the long-lasting comfort of a Stacy Adams boot. For style and comfort in footwear, come to Foster Shoe Store, 115 East 2nd Street in the heart of downtown Hope.
It's homecoming at Tommy J. Hope Memorial Field here on the Hot Springs campus, where the Hope Bobcats take on the Hot Springs Trojans in a AAA Southwest Conference game. There you see the Trojan fans lining up to greet their men from Hot Springs, and the Bobcats also at the other end of the field ready to get on the field. The captains are at midfield for the Bobcats, number 90 Sherman Gully and number 71 Corey Golston. For the Hot Springs, 49 Sean Decker and 75 is Travis Williams. All those young men seniors for their respective schools. The coin toss you see there, and the referee is talking to the captains, and shortly we'll have knowledge of who won the toss and who will be receiving, who will be kicking.
Well, of course, it's homecoming here. There is a real nice crowd for the Hot Springs side. A good crowd for Hope will continue to come in, and I think that, you know, this is a Bobcat football team, Randy, that is excited. I think they have high expectations. I know the coaching staff is very pleased by how they've progressed game after game, and I think coming into Hot Springs tonight, they know that the object at hand is to take on the Hot Springs Trojans and to play a good, sound football game, do the things that they do well, and that is an explosive offense along with that swarming defense. And if they do that, I think they're going to be 2-0 going into next week's game with Malvern. But we're all positive that this is a Bobcat team that can be explosive, that can use their speed and skill players as Hot Springs comes onto the field. And you obviously hear the Hot Springs fireworks going off here on homecoming, and the Bobcats waiting down there with their banner, but kind of a different twist there. The fireworks coming out, and something unique with the opening of this football game.
Well, the Bobcats 2 years ago heavily favored coming up here at Hot Springs and got beat when they just couldn't get it across the goal line late in the ball game. And the Bobcats now entering the field with their white jerseys, red pants, and red helmets as the road team for the Cats come on. And again, as you mentioned, Bub, this is a big game for the Cats. Victory moves them at 2-0 in conference play, and that's a big jump in AAA Southwest to be undefeated after 2 weeks.
Wow, you're exactly right. You just can't overestimate what a leg up it puts you. But by the same token, Hot Springs is in that situation also, and albeit they will be playing without 2 or 3 of their starters, you know, these things happen in football sometimes where you have to, usually it's injuries, not because of the suspensions, but and sometimes your players take up the slack, and that's the thing that the Bobcats have to be wary of and cannot let down, just thinking the Trojans are going to be a couple of men short. You just never know about football. As you mentioned that game a couple of years ago where I thought the Bobcats had a better football team and Hot Springs beat them, so that's one of the things that I think Coach Kell is proud about his team. They're confident, but they're not overconfident, and they know that they have to take care of the job at hand, and as they get ready to take on Hot Springs tonight, we'll see how good a job they can do.
Well, Hot Springs will kick off. They won the toss but deferred until the second half, so the Bobcats elected to receive. Back deep for the Cats, 22, Steve Edwards, Corey Muldrew, number 80, and 24, Chad Lacey are the up backs.
You know, we might mention that on the road, it's just doubly important to not make those mental mistakes. So that'll be an area that we'll be watching with the Bobcats tonight.
Kyle Jackson will kick off for the Trojans to start this AAA Southwest Conference game. A nice boot by Jackson, fielded by Muldrew at the 7. Corey Muldrew, the senior, hit there at the 15, 16-yard line, and the Bobcats will take over there at their own 16.
Well, you see Hot Springs fired up on that kickoff coverage, and just an excellent kick by the kicker for the Trojans, Jackson, and the Bobcats will set up their first series of downs with the ball on about the 16, 17-yard line.
Well, this field here at Hot Springs High School, great place to play high school football, good background and good lighting, and the Bobcats hope to get that offense in gear. Courtney Cole, the quarterback. 41 is Sarles, and the tailback is Aaron Smith. 45, handoff to Smith around the right side, and Smith on his first carry gets a couple.
Aaron Smith is a young man that came on and played tailback for the Bobcats at the end of last year. He was late joining the team this year, just now getting into condition and getting the plays learned. So he's going to spell Steve Edwards tonight, and Steve will concentrate mostly on defense, but pretty nice run there that Aaron broke a tackle and picked up about 3 yards.
Muldrew goes to the left, as does 25. D. Bright, 2nd and 8. I formation, dropping back is Cole, hits Bright in the flats. He's got the first down and more. There's flags thrown. Bright will score, but the flags are thrown at about the 30, and we'll see what the call is. Cole on a 82-yard touchdown pass to D. Bright, but it may be called back.
Well, it's going to be called back, and I'm just guessing that an illegal block or a clip being called on the Bobcats there as the referees bring the football back to the line of scrimmage. So a big play rubbed out there by a Bobcat mistake.
And on was a good play as Muldrew goes deep. Bright goes kind of in the flats there, so to speak, and wide open, beats his man that was guarding him, and off to the races. And D. Bright has great speed and can outrun most defenders.
Well, no question about that, and that was a well-run pattern there. Corey Muldrew kind of cleared out on that side, and DeRotter was wide open, but actually the penalty was a holding penalty as the Bobcats will set up with a 2nd and about 7 for their first down.
Yeah, they get a yard extra due to where the penalty took place, but they nullify the touchdown. Handoff to Smith on the draw. He's got the first down and more. Aaron Smith keeps running to the 39, 1st and 10. Outstanding run by Smith, the senior tailback.
Yeah, we might revisit last year a little bit and talk about Aaron Smith, since this is the first action he's seen, and a lot of the fans will wonder about him, but he had a very big game last year, last game of the year against Hot Springs Lakeside. Extremely physical runner, well-built, quick young man that certainly will be an asset to this Bobcat backfield.
Bobcats send Bright to the far side, Muldrew to the near side on 1st and 10 at their own 39. Dropping back is Cole. Pump fake to Bright. Now throws it to Bright. And he intercepted at the 35 by the Trojans, and that's number 5, Marcus Wilson.
Well, you know, just outstanding coverage there by Marcus Wilson of the Hot Springs Trojans. He didn't take the pump fake, and the pass just wasn't there. You know, usually you get a little daylight there, but that didn't happen. Just an outstanding play by the defensive back for the Trojans.
So the Trojans will take over in their own territory at the 35. And again, the quarterback is number 11, Larry McDaniel. He's a junior, and most of the skilled positions for the Trojans are junior-laden players. He'll send Scribner, number 8, to the far side, or to the near side, along with Doucette, Tyson Doucette. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 10:33 in the first quarter. Pitch to the tailback, 24, is Roy Lee Elliott, and he may have gained a yard there, stopped by a host of Bobcats.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of Bobcats over there. I see, looks like Corey Muldrew over there playing defense there initially, but a whole bunch of Bobcats. We're way high in this press box, and plays to the far side of the field are going to be tough for us to pick up some of the players, but a lot of Bobcats in on that tackle.
See the Bobcat Athletic Booster Club banner and the Bobcat fans on the far side. Again, McDaniel, the junior quarterback, sends a man to the near side, split right, dropping, throwing, hit Scribner, and for the first down at the Hot Springs 46.
Yep, I think he's just barely going to pick it up, but that was just a little slant play across the middle, and Hot Springs able to pick up about 10 yards on it and gain their first down. 1st and 10, Hot Springs, the first down of the night. And Coach Kell mentioned in his coaching show that the offense is basically the same as the Bobcats. They try to be well balanced, and you saw their passing attack there.
Scribner 8 and 5 is Wilson, split left, slot left. High formation, looks like procedure on the play before the ball was snapped.
I would just wait and see. They're kind of pointing at the Bobcats there that maybe someone lined up off sides, and they are talking to the Hot Springs quarterback. So Bobcats are going to be penalized 5 with someone lining up off sides.
As you mentioned in the pregame, Bobcats don't need to make many mistakes and give Hot Springs a lot here in Hot Springs. On the road, mistakes can really hurt you. 1st and 5 now in Bobcat territory at the Bobcat 49. Scribner goes to the left, as does Anthony Walker, 85. High formation, McDaniel, the quarterback, looking over the Bobcat defense, taking plenty of time to do so. Handoff to the fullback, and nowhere to go as he's stuffed by the Bobcats.
Yeah, we see Jacob Jones in there along with Jonathan Sampson, Jeff High there getting up off the pile, and Jeff may be hurt a little bit. He's still down as we see the referee's calling timeout. Jeff High been shaken up on the play.
High, the junior defensive tackle, second-year starter, and well, we hope that young man's okay. He's had an outstanding year so far for the Cats.
Well, the good thing that I see about it, you know, I don't think it's going to be a knee or an ankle, but there was a big pile of folks there, and Jeff was one of the first there. And a lot of things can happen in that pile. And we watched the trainers. Well, yeah, we're going to turn him over there. And they may be working on his knee a little bit, but we'll just kind of wait and see until we make any kind of judgment on what might be wrong with Jeff.
Brings up a 2nd down and about 4 for Hot Springs, the Bobcat 48, with 8:49 left here in this first quarter of play. No score. And we'll take a timeout and be back on KTSS after these messages.
Folks, I'm Elmer Grant out here at Prescott Motor Company today. I want to tell you about some previously owned and some program cars we got here. Cars and trucks, folks, that some of them qualify for up to 60-month financing, and we want to encourage you to come out. We're in a time when we're making our best deals. We're trying to move some vehicles, and you're the one that's going to reap the benefits from it. So come on down to Prescott Motor Company here on Highway 67 South in Prescott, Arkansas.
Beverly Health and Rehabilitation Center offers services to the local residents to help them get back home quickly. We can begin taking your loved one 7 days a week, night or day.
We offer speech therapy, respiratory therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy.
We also offer IV therapy to administer antibiotics, pain control, and to restore body fluids.
In a recent federal survey, Beverly Health and Rehabilitation Center had no patient care deficiencies. For more information about Beverly Health and Rehabilitation Center, come by and see us at 700 Manor Drive in Prescott.
Prices have been marked down by 70% at Main Fashions in Hope. The prices on all spring and summer merchandise have been slashed by 70%. For a short time, you can save big on name brands like Claudia Sloan, Ives St. Clair, Alfred Dunner, and others. At these incredible savings, the great selection will not last long. Gail Garner is making room for the fall styles, which are arriving daily. Hurry in today to the 70% off sale, only at Main Fashions on South Main across from Hope High School.
Napa carries more parts than anyone in the country, and during a big sale, I feel I can carry each one myself.
Carry out a case of Napa motor oil, only 59 cents a quart after rebate, and you'll find Napa halogen headlights for as low as $4.99.
Lots of people come to Napa looking for hard-to-find auto parts. And I tell them, the only time parts are hard to find is when you're trying to find them someplace else.
See your Napa dealer at 211 West Main in Prescott or 403 West 3rd in Hope.
Back at Hot Springs, there you see Jeff High, number 67, being helped off the field after the injury, and the Bobcats junior tackle will try to get a report on him later for you. 2nd down and 4. Bobcats Corey Golston, 71, replaces High at that defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 4 for Hot Springs at the Bobcat 48. McDaniel, the junior quarterback, number 11. Split right, slot left. McDaniel looking for Scribner, just overthrows him, brings up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, there was a little out and up on Hot Springs' part, and pretty good coverage there by Nick Edwards. Might have had a step on him, but Corey Muldrew over there to help out, and the pass just overthrown. So 3rd and 4 coming up for Hot Springs.
McDaniel, tall quarterback, looks like he's got a lot of good skills. We watched him in the pregame, and he throws the ball well.
Well, they're not going to be shy about throwing the football, as you saw with Arkadelphia last week. So Hot Springs will certainly do their share of mixing the run with the pass.
Number 3, Doucette, comes to the near side. Split left is Scribner. Play action. Now McDaniel rolling. Golston flushes him out. McDaniel looking, has to go out of bounds at midfield, a loss of a couple of yards.
Well, just a great job there by Corey Golston there. He pushed his blocker back and really messed that play up, and the Bobcats did a good job containing over here. I saw Jason Patton didn't catch the other Bobcat, but nowhere to throw it downfield, and so brings up a 4th. Actually lost yardage on the play, so brings up about a 4th and 7 for Hot Springs.
And Hot Springs territory, and Jackson will go back to punt. Kyle Jackson, a junior. Back deep will be Corey Golston. Golston going back to about his inside the 20, back to the 15-yard line. Jackson, the punter, gets a nice spiral high kick, and it goes out of bounds deep in Bobcat territory.
He nailed that one right on the sideline. As we saw the referee spot it right there on the 6-yard line, and just really couldn't ask for any better punt there. But I actually think the Bobcats could have blocked that with a block on there. They got awfully close, and so something we may see later on this football game, a little kick block on by the Bobcat punt return.
So with 8:09 left in the first quarter of play, the Bobcats will have their second possession deep in their own territory at the 6. Their first possession started at the 16. So we'll see what the Bobcat offense can do. Muldrew will be a tight end on the left side, Bright slot right. High formations. Aaron Smith, the tailback, handoff to Smith on the left side. Smith going outside, gets his speed down the sidelines. They don't say he stops. That's going to be a 94-yard touchdown run by Aaron Smith. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but he didn't.
I'll tell you, now from our vantage point, it looked like he did, but the referee was right behind him. We see, we're watching one of the Hot Springs managers or trainers kind of mockingly standing on the sideline and pointing to a spot, but Aaron Smith just got outside, and as you see, that big tailback's ability, just great speed, outran the Hot Springs defenders, and he did tightrope that sideline, but the referee said he was still in, and the Bobcats put the first 6 on the scoreboard.
With 7:54 left to play in the first quarter, Hope leads 6-0. Colin Pilkington will attempt the point after. Snap is good, hold good, kick good by Colin Pilkington.
You know, and before we go to the break, I want to mention this. That looked like the best job of extra point, getting the snap, putting it down, Colin coming through it, just an outstanding kick. So obviously the Bobcats been working hard on extra point. That was a good job.
We'll be back on Channel 55 KTSS after these messages.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Yeah. A couple quick questions. Oh, sure. Why did you choose Columbian? What? The fact that they have more locations than any other healthcare provider in the country?
Well, no.
The fact that they're tracking patient outcomes to improve care. Come on, that at least played a part? Did you see their site on the internet?
Actually, I'm an electrician. I'm here for some wiring work.
Oh, that's a good reason, too.
Hi, my name's Travis Mitchell. I'm with Mitchell's Medimart, 16th and South Main, out here by the high school, down from the hospital. Out here amongst all the doctors. Really, really convenient place. I mean, just drive right up front. If you can't come out, you got a sick one or a baby or something, just honk, we'll come out and get it. We're a 9-step drugstore. You don't have to do a whole lot of moving around. You can be right here, get your medicine, and back home. So won't you bring your next prescription to Mitchell's Medimart, the post office at 16th and South Main.
The Hope Bobcats have struck on a 94-yard touchdown run by senior Aaron Smith with 7:54 left in this first quarter of play and lead the Hot Springs Trojans 7-0. And the Cats look good on that offense.
Well, Aaron Smith, Ronnie Phillips told us, 116 yards on 3 carries here with just under 4 minutes played in this football game. So certainly a good start for that young man.
Lacey's kick is deep. Scribner at the 8. Gets through the middle, man misses him, but he'll get to the 25 and no more as a host of Bobcats stop him there.
Well, that was Alex Lenore you saw just coming down so quickly, and actually he saw a hole in that blocking, and he kind of thought he knew where Scribner was going, but just overran him a little bit, but pretty good coverage there by the rest of the Bobcat kicking team.
Bobcat defense out to try to keep the Bobcats in the lead here. There you have the Bobcat Christian in there, and Samuels, also Armstrong for the Cats in that interior line. McDaniel, the quarterback for Hot Springs, pitches to the tailback. Elliott along the left side gets to the 32, gain of 7.
Nice sweep there by the Trojans, and Jason Patton came in to kind of grab him by the arm and pull him down. So a nice pickup of about 6.5 yards on the play.
Now 2nd down and 4, short 4 for the Trojans. It looks like Armstrong, number 70, Corey Armstrong, a junior, in there for the Cats. Christian, 52, 61, Patton, Pace, number 5 on the right defensive end. McDaniel, slot right, split left, hand off to the fullback, Braggs. He gets the first down across the 35 for the Trojans.
Yeah, Michael Christian, Jacob Jones in there to put the stop on him, but not before he could pick up the first down. Let's well, I'm looking at the chain. Yeah, I know that was first down. The chain guy's just a little slow over there reacting tonight, but so they did pick up the first down, and Hot Springs on the move with their running game.
7:01 left in the first quarter of play. Hope leading 7-0. Scribner split left, slot right is Doucette. The quarterback is McDaniel. For the Bobcats, that defense, Jones 43, Lenoir 16, Nick Edwards 20, 22 Steve Edwards, Corey Muldrew 80, Chad Lacey 24.
And the slant play is a pass that Hot Springs likes a lot.
Hand off to the tailback, Elliott. Elliott gains up near the 40 for a gain of about 4.
And a nice hole opened up there on the right side of the Trojans. As you mentioned, they picked up 4, almost 5 yards on the play. So Hot Springs firing off the ball pretty well right now.
Yeah, those offensive line for the Trojans doing a good job. And as we mentioned earlier, without their 2 senior running backs not being available to play tonight. 2nd and 6 for Hot Springs. Walker goes wide right. Slot left's Doucette. McDaniel on the option. He's just stuffed there by Patton. Also Corey Armstrong on the tackle.
Well, Patton kind of made him change direction and slow down, and Corey Armstrong did a good job of hustling over there from his right tackle spot following the play and just caught him from behind and lost yardage on the play, so bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Trojans. Good play by Corey Armstrong.
And Corey normally spells Jonathan Sampson in at that nose man, but he's been forced into duty with the injury to Jeff Hyde to play the right tackle spot for the Cats. 5:35 left in this first quarter play. 3rd down and 8 for Hot Springs at their 38. Scrivener split left. Dropping back is McDaniels. He's hit hard by Dietrich Pace.
Well, you know, and we don't talk enough about Dietrich Pace, Randy, I'll be honest with you, but he came there from his defensive end, and of course the quarterback there, he was looking down the right side to his blind side, and Dietrich didn't have to wrap him up, just had a full head of steam and just absolutely ran over him. And I think the Hot Springs coaching staff will need to have a talk with their offside blockers there, or their quarterback's going to be in big trouble tonight on that drop back.
Yeah, McDaniel walked off like Troy Aikman walks off after being ripped and saying, man, where's my offensive line? Jackson's punt is blocked, and that's Alex Lenoir or Nick Edwards. Let's see which one. Nick Edwards. They're both built about the same.
Well, you know, we talked about that on the preceding punt, that the Bobcats really didn't have the punt block on, and that time they were just back there in a hurry. So big play by the Bobcat punt return team, blocking the Hot Springs punt and putting the ball on the 11-yard line.
Nick Edwards with the block, the junior defensive back for the Cats. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 11 for the Bobcat offense. Rusty Beck, the senior center, leads the Cat offensive line up to the line of scrimmage. Unbalanced line right. Power I right. Nick Edwards in at the power back. Hand off to Aaron Smith. Gain of a couple across the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, a good surge there by the Hot Springs defense as the Bobcats lined up in their running attack with the unbalanced line and able to hold Aaron to about a 2, maybe a 3-yard gain.
2nd down and 8. Let's make it for the Bobcats just inside the 10-yard line of the Trojans. Also Devon Walker and Brian Walker, the 2 guards for the Cats. Power I right. Handoff, no fake, and Courtney Cole rolls right. He's going to get the touchdown from 10 yards out with 4:01 left here in the first quarter of play. Senior Courtney Cole on a bootleg runs from 10 yards out to give the Bobcats a 13-0 lead.
Well, that's the balance and diversity that we have talked about these last several weeks. Obviously, Hot Springs expecting Aaron Smith to come in there and run the football with that running formation, and Courtney just pulled it out and used his outstanding speed from that quarterback spot to outrun everybody to the end zone.
Colin Pilkington will attempt the point after for the Cats. Snap is high, field. Jonathan Easterling throws the pass, almost completed. Jonathan Easterling, the holder, did a nice job of reaction when the snap was high. He picked it up, threw to a man in the end zone. I think it was Pace.
Yeah, it was Pace, and I think Dietrich feels like he probably should have caught that, but the snap was fumbled a little bit, but he did the right thing, get up and run that old fire play and at least give you an opportunity to put some points on the board.
So with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, it's Hope 13, Hot Springs 0. We'll be back on KTSS Channel 55 after these words from our sponsors.
The good deals just got better at John Hayes Chevrolet, like a $1,250 rebate on all 97 S10s, or low-interest financing from GMAC. At John Hayes Chevrolet, we have full-size trucks and full-sized values. And with 97 model Z71s in stock, alternative financing as low as 7.75%, it's a great time to say John Hayes.
Just say John Hayes. You'll be rolling. You'll be on your way.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Reed from First National Bank of Hope. Do you receive a government check? Electronic funds transfer will soon be required. If you or someone you know could be affected by this change, act now to prevent any delay in your regular payment. We at First National Bank are here to help you understand this requirement. Come in and see us or call your full-service community bank, First National Bank of Hope, where a century of commitment continues.
The gifts which will bring fond memories tomorrow are found today at Impressions. We have fine china by Nico, Murafeld, and others. Baby showers are no problem with the great selection available at Impressions. We have gifts from the very small figurines to the large Afghans to be enjoyed this fall. For your convenience, we also do in-house embroidery of many gifts, making them very special.
Next time you give a gift, make an impression with a gift from Impressions at 108 West 2nd in downtown Hope.
Back at Hot Springs, the Hope Bobcats leading the Trojans 13-0 with 4 minutes left here in this first quarter of play. The Bobcats taking advantage of a big break on a punt block by Nick Edwards. Tremaine Lacey's kick is deep to the 15, and the Hot Springs ball carrier, number 21, King, is brought down there at about the 26, and that's where the Trojans will take over.
Good coverage there by Chad Lacey for the Bobcats, and also Columsico Moore got down there quickly and closed that hole off. And so Hot Springs here trailing in this ball game 13-0 with 3:54 left in the first quarter will set up their third offensive series against the Bobcat defense.
And again for the Bobcats, defensively line up with that interior line of Christian, Sampson, and Armstrong. Pass to Scribner, a gain of about 7 on a quick pass from McDaniel to Scribner.
Yeah, but Nick Edwards did a good job of being right on him and there to make the tackle to keep him from getting any further. Did pick up about 7, closer to 6 on the play. So pretty good coverage there by number 20 for the Bobcats, Nick Edwards.
Ball's marked at the 34 of the Trojans, 2nd down and 4 with 3:25 left in the first quarter of play. Now Walker sends Scribner and Walker wide left. McDaniel, the quarterback. Hand off to the fullback Braggs, and he is brought down from behind. Looks like in there was Michael Christian.
Yeah, Michael Christian kind of got him as he went by there, and he's going to end up about a yard short of first down. So Hot Springs faced with a 3rd and 1 here.
At the 36, big 3rd and 1. If you can stop them here, you'll force the Trojans to punt early in this ball game. Scribner and Wilson go to the wide left. McDaniel call his number, and it's going to be close on the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I think he probably picked it up here, but we'll wait and let the officials give the signal or call the chains in, and they call the first down.
Well, that's the confidence you have in your offensive line to be able to surge forward for 1 yard, as McDaniel just kind of leaned in against his interior line for the first down.
Well, so many times in that situation, that's really the best play to run, because you're not forfeiting any chance of a lost yardage play, and if you've got a lot of confidence in those guards and centers, that's the place to take it.
Scribner split left. Slot right is Doucette. McDaniel, the quarterback, pitches to the tailback, Elliott, along the left side. Elliott knocked out of bounds hard by Steve Edwards.
Yeah, and they were able to kind of turn the corner there on that play and pick up good yardage again with their sweep. Picked up about 6 on the play.
Bring up 2nd down and 4 at the 44 of the Trojans. Bobcats leading 13-0 early in this AAA Southwest Conference game.
Well, this is just an area where the Bobcats need to keep their intensity and just keep pouring it on, because a whole lot of football left in this next 3 quarters.
Now Marcus Wilson will go split left, slot right is Doucette. Hand off to the fullback, Braggs. No, there's a fake to the fullback. McDaniel kept it, but it wasn't successful as the Bobcat interior line was there to stop it.
Yeah, they were pulling out on the option play, and you saw Pace, Christian, Jones there into actually pushed that play back for about a yard or 2 loss. So Bobcats with a 3rd and 5 here against the Hot Springs offense, and with 1:37 left in the first quarter, Bobcats would like to get this football back again.
Yeah, the ball's marked at the Trojan 43, 3rd and 5. Now Wilson will go split left. I formation for the Trojans. Wide right comes Scribner. Looking for Scribner is McDaniel, hits him, and he drops the ball, brings up 4th down.
Yep, so Hot Springs forced into a punt, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see that same punt block on again, as Hot Springs will need to shore something up on that left side of that offensive line on the kicking game, or the Bobcats will block another one.
Are we going for it again?
And there's Corey Muldrew back at about his 20-yard line. Jackson, outstanding punter, but he didn't get the last one off as the Bobcats, Nick Edwards, blocked it. Good snap. Bobcats won't go for it. Nice over-end punt. Fair catch by Corey Muldrew at the Bobcat 20. Bobcats take over there, 1st and 10.
Well, good spiraling punt, and Corey called for the fair catch, and the Bobcats will set up their offense again with the ball squarely on the 20-yard line with just over a minute to play in this first quarter.
Bobcats lead 13-0 and have the ball back with, as you mentioned, 1:05 left in this first quarter of play. This is the best field position the Cats have had all night at their own 20. Now Muldrew goes wide right. Split left is D. Bright. Muldrew gets the pass from Cole, and a saving tackle over there by the Hot Springs defender, and that was Fred Sykes.
You know, they covered Corey pretty well. You just can't tackle the guy on that little pass play. It's just an impossible play to stop, and one that the Bobcats will use game in, game out, and a big gain there for Corey Muldrew. And fortunate for the Trojans, they were able to run him down from behind.
Well, as I mentioned, the Bobcats did have on the block punt, good field position at the Trojan 11 starting one time, so they've had better field position. But 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 40. Pitch to, this is Steve Edwards this time on the right side. He skirts down the far side, and we'll see where he went out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm going to probably end up picking up about 6 on the play, it looks like, where the referees are going to spot the football. So Steve Edwards with a good gain on the sweep by the Bobcats.
33 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Bobcats leading 13-0 on a 94-yard touchdown run by Aaron Smith and a 10-yard touchdown run by Courtney Cole. Bright split slot left, split right is Muldrew on the quarterback sneak. Cole has the 1st down.
Good play to call, and that's a play that we actually hadn't seen until last week, and another good quarterback sneak there by Courtney Cole, and I believe that's going to be a play that we're going to break for big yardage this year before it's all said and done. That quarterback sneak is a play that Coach Kell's always liked and always been successful with because in general he's had pretty good running quarterbacks, and Courtney Cole is certainly one of the best of those.
Bright slot left, split right goes Muldrew. 1st and 10. Dropping back is Cole. throws it down the side to Muldrew, just overthrows him with 10 seconds left in the first quarter of play.
And Corey did draw double coverage there, but like we said before, you know, if you're going to throw that pass, put it out a little bit long, and Courtney did lay just a little bit too long, but the Bobcats will be faced with a 2nd and 10 with 9 seconds left in the first quarter.
Let's remember number 73, the left tackle, Tremaine Hill, sophomore, getting his 2nd start of the year. Also on that right tackle spot, 66, Brent Carpenter. The junior's done an outstanding job all year. And here goes Bright, split left, or slot left, split right is Muldrew. Cole, the ball's on the ground as it just didn't get from Cole to Edwards, and it's a fumble recovery at the end. No, with 3 seconds left in the first quarter, Trojans have it in Bobcat territory.
Yeah, a little bit of a delay play that Courtney and Steve just didn't connect on, and Hot Springs had pretty good penetration on the play and were there able to fall on the football, but Bobcat defense actually I think this is certainly going to be their Hot Springs' best starting field position here with just 3 ticks left on the first quarter clock.
Scribner goes split left. Slot right is Doucette. McDaniel, number 11, the quarterback, pitches to the tailback Elliott. Gets along the left side, and he is hit hard by Steve Edwards at the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, it's Hope 13, Hot Springs 0. We'll be back on Channel 55 KTSS after these messages.
The year was 1951. Chester May began delivering butane in this truck for the Butane Gas Company. For the last 46 years, customers throughout southwest Arkansas have come to depend upon the courteous service of the May family and Butane Gas Company. Today, in their 3rd generation, the Mays are providing prompt service, quality propane, plumbing supplies, hardware, and more. The Mays wish to thank their customers for their past patronage and look forward to serving you in the future. That's Butane Gas Company, 401 South Walnut in Hope.
Construction is now complete at Hillcrest Care and Rehab. Hi, I'm Margie Johnson, Administrator at Hillcrest Care and Rehab in Prescott. I would like to extend to you a personal invitation to our open house on Sunday, October 26th from 2 until 4 p.m. We want you to come and see our new wing with its modern equipment. We also want you to visit with our staff because it's our staff that truly makes the difference. Remember our open house on Sunday, October 26th from 2 until 4 p.m. Hillcrest Care and Rehab, West 2nd Street in Prescott, where caring comes first.
Great shoes and great prices. Of course, it can only be the Athlete's Foot in Hope. We have styles you'll find only at the Athlete's Foot from Nike, Adidas, Fila, and Reebok. The shoes with the blue tag. Also cleats from Nike for young kids playing Little League football. Our prices are always competitive and the fit is always right at the Athlete's Foot, North Irving and Hope, next to Pizza Hut.
Back to start the second quarter of play here at Hot Springs. The Trojans come out with the ball on the Bobcat, 41, 2nd down and 4. Bobcats lead 13-0. McDaniel hands off to Braggs. Big hole on the right side for the first down inside the Bobcat 35.
Yeah, and they just had a gaping hole there on that right side there as the Trojans picked up that first down. And actually their running game has been pretty effective at times tonight, and they have opened some nice holes.
It will be 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Bobcat 35-yard line.
I think you're going to see the Trojans be a little bit gun-shy about dropping back in the pass formation or on the deep drop anyway, but running game doing pretty well right now for Hot Springs.
Wilson goes split right. Slot left is Doucette. Hand off to the fullback, Braggs. He gains a lot.
Yeah, he picked up about 5 on the play, and Steve Edwards had to come up from his defensive back position to make the tackle. So another nice hole there by the Hot Springs line. This is certainly an excellent sized offensive line by Hot Springs, as you'll always see some big offensive linemen here in camp for the Trojans. So the Bobcats need to tighten up a little bit along that defensive wall.
Well, there you see the first brother of Bill Clinton, Roger Clinton, in the stands and on the Trojan side so far. McDaniel on a busted play nowhere as he's flushed out. Ball's on the ground, and we'll see who has it.
I think the referee's going to mark that one down, but it did look like it got away before it got pulled down. But I was watching where the ball went, didn't see who made the tackle, but quite a few Bobcats in there to pull McDaniel down on the failed option try as he just took the ball out of his fullback's belly and was trying to get around right in, and that excellent speed and pursuit of the Bobcat defense able to catch up with him and create lost yardage. So 3rd and long 7 for the Trojans.
Loss of 2 on the play. Now Wilson goes wide right. Split left is Scribner, number 8. McDaniel looking back, rolling, now has Wilson wide open, just can't get him at the 5.
And Nick Edwards did bite on the little fake there by the, I don't think he saw the quarterback pump fake it, but just kind of got froze by the receiver's moves. And that play was there, just a little bit overthrown there by McDaniel, the quarterback for the Trojans. So a good break there for the Bobcat defense.
It's a lonely feeling Nick had down there, waiting to see if that was a completed pass.
That's the toughest job on defense, is to get out there all alone and try to cover a speedy receiver. And it's a tough job that Nick Edwards has performed quite well for the Bobcats this season.
Well, you see the Trojans have taken a timeout with 10 minutes left in the second quarter of play, and the Bobcats leading 13-0. We'll be back on KTSS Channel 55 after these messages.
It will never be new again, but Randy's Auto Glass and Collision Center can make it extremely close. Randy and the boys have been to school and are trained in the latest techniques for the sake of your car. We smooth out any roughness in the materials. Match the original color of your car, truck, or van with PPG paints. Bake it in our dust-free oven. We even give it a detail job for your convenience. Tell your insurance agent you want to use Randy's Auto Glass and Collision Center at 508 West Compress, just behind Pizza Hut.
Being there to serve a family in a time of death, a part of life, is not an easy task, but it is one that Eddie Brazil and staff at Brazil Oakcrest Chapel Funeral Home in Hope take very seriously. They do everything they can to help us through the difficult and help us honor life and our loved ones, serving the area from their beautiful modern funeral home at 1001 South Main and honoring all contracts from all other funeral homes, including pre-need, even in the same town. Brazil Oakcrest Chapel Funeral Home of Hope. Eddie Brazil, director.
Back at Hot Springs on 4th down and 8 for the Trojans at the Bobcat 33-yard line. Wilson goes wide right. Split left is Elliott, the tailback, or slot left, and Scribner split left. Dropping back, throw to Doucette out of the backfield. No good. Incomplete. Bobcats take over. They're on 33.
That was just a little bit of a delay with the wingback coming out of the backfield there, and actually McDaniel rushed that throw a little bit, probably didn't have to, and so the Bobcats will take over on downs and start their offense from the 32-yard line.
Well, a hit like Dietrich Pace gave him earlier will cause you to pause and rush.
Well, Dietrich Pace just does that to a lot of players. We saw him do that to Nelson, the tailback from Arkadelphia last week, so he's definitely going to be in the quarterback's pocket all night long.
Slot left is Bright. Split right is Corey Muldrew. 1st and 10. Dropping back is Cole. Dropping, throwing to Muldrew. Misses him at the 40. Just overthrown the outstretched hands of Corey Muldrew.
Yeah, and just missed by just a little bit there. Courtney had his man beat, and that's usually going to be the case. The safety was coming over a little bit slow coming over, and Courtney, again, just a little bit long, but a good pass to throw in that situation, because that will certainly open up the slant and a little delay pass to to Corey the rest of the night.
2nd down and 10 for the Cats at their own 33. Slot left is Bright. The tight end on the left side is Ramsey. Muldrew lines up tight on the right side. Unbalanced line left. Hand off to Smith, and really he went inside for no gain.
Yeah, just a good job of defense there by Hot Springs, and so the Bobcats will be faced with a third and about 9 to convert for the first down.
They'll mark it to be a 3rd and long 9 for the Cats. Let's mark it at the 33 of the Bobcats.
Well, and this is a place where maybe the slant to Corey or to Roderick would open up, that little delay pass there, or possibly Gray Ramsey getting involved in this Bobcat offense.
Now Bright slot left, Muldrew split left. Cole rolling, trying to get away from being rushed hard, and he's hit hard, dropped down for a loss of about 5 on the play to bring up 4th and 15 for the Cats.
And that was a good defensive series there by Hot Springs, as the Bobcats had pretty much moved the football at will in the preceding series, and so Hot Springs comes with a good pass rush that time and makes Courtney Cole eat the football. So Jason Patton in for his first punt of the evening.
The junior for the Bobcats, Jason Patton, also defensive end, standing on about his 14-yard line. Low snap, he fields it nicely and gets a wobbly kickoff. Fair catch, call for it, drops it, and a good Bobcat bounce down to the 33, and that's where the Trojans will take over, 1st and 10 on the 33.
No doubt about it. That was a big plus for the Bobcats, that he decided not to field that punt. He'd already called for the fair catch, and we got about 10 or 12-yard roll after he let it go by him. So a good effective punt there by Jason Patton, but even a better job of picking up the snap and getting the punt off. So a good job of doing his punting by Jason Patton.
39-yard punt for Patton. 1st and 10 Hot Springs at their own 33.
Great place for a turnover down here on the Trojan side of the field as the Bobcats set up their defense.
Wilson and Jackson are split to the left side. To the right side, Scribner. McDaniel, the quarterback, dropping back. Looks for Scribner along the far side, overthrows him into the Bobcat bench.
Yeah, Scribner has just been a little bit off target tonight on his passes, and so the Bobcats really good coverage there over there by Corey Muldrew, and also I think Chad Lacey, Nick Edwards there. They pretty much had the receiver covered up. So Hot Springs faced with a 2nd and 10.
Looks like Hot Springs has decided they're going to try to get some points on fast, although their running game has looked good here tonight.
Yeah, they're the most success they've had actually is just their power plays between the tackles.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. The ball marked at the 34 of the Trojans. Scribner calls a timeout as he saw something he didn't like, number 8, and then so there is a timeout on the field with 8:08 left here in the first half of play. Hope 13, Hot Springs 0. We'll be back on Channel 55 after these messages.
Western Sizzlin has a delicious special for you. It's 8 ounces of USDA choice cut sirloin, flame-kissed sirloin, carefully seasoned sirloin. A superb steak cooked exactly the way you want it. Plus, you get all the garden fresh salad and vegetables cooked to perfection from our salad and food bar. Then we give you a sundae custom made at our Sunday bar. All this for only $7.99. For your next meal, come to Western Sizzlin at Highway 4 and I-30 in Hope.
Hi, Tim McMullen with Sheila Bruce right here at Hope Auto Company in Hope, Arkansas, where we have 8 ways to finance. Our 97s are getting slim. Our 98s are coming in every day. So come see us, pick out the car that you want. Let Sheila get you financed with our 8 ways of financing. You can call us toll-free at 1-888-777-4701 or locally call us at 777-2371. Come look at our service department. We've been in business for 76 years. We're here to stay. Come see us right here at Hope Auto Company, Hope, Arkansas.
Here we are, back to school time. Time for all of our school activities. We at Studio Floor and Wall Decor would like to encourage you to join your local booster club, whether it be the Athletic Booster Club or Band Booster Club, whether it be the Bobcats, the Curly Wolves, or the Blue Jays. Join these clubs and help support your children. If you need any wall covering, floor covering, or paint, come to Studio Floor and Wall Decor at 500 South Walnut Street in Hope, Arkansas.
Back with 8:08 left in the first half of play here at Hot Springs. The Trojans with 2nd down and 10 at their own 34-yard line. They had a timeout as Scribner goes wide right, Doucette the slot left, McDaniel the quarterback. Hand off to the fullback. Braggs, a big hole on the left side near first down up at the Bobcat, or at the Trojan 43.
Yeah, they just carried that play out a little bit wider, and there was a huge hole there as the Bobcats couldn't stop him until he picked up 9 yards. So bring up a 3rd and 1, and I think you could expect to see a similar play on this 3rd down.
3rd and 1 at the Trojan 43. .737 left here in this first half of play. Wilson goes wide right. Doucette slot left. McDaniel pitches to Elliott along the left side. He's got the 1st down and more up near the 48-yard line of the Trojans.
Well, they were able to pick up the 1st down there on their sweep. Bobcats had good penetration, but Hot Springs able to pick up 2 or 3 extra yards, and will set up with a new set of downs with the ball on about the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 with 7:18 left here in this first half of play. Scribner goes wide right. Slot left is Doucette. The tall quarterback McDaniel hands off to the fullback Braggs. Again, another big hole as he gets into Bobcat territory.
Yeah, they're kind of taking advantage of our tackles are just kind of slanting themselves out of the play, or their charge is kind of running them out of the play, and they're getting our linebackers blocked. So they are creating some nice holes there on that side, right and left side.
2nd down and 6 for the Trojans. Bobcat defensive end 88 is now in there, and that's Paul Wilson, a sophomore for the Cats. Doucette slot left, split right as Wilson pitched to Elliott along the left side. He skirts down to the 43 near a 1st down.
Yep, Hot Springs moving the football right now. Their offensive line getting a renewed effort there, and really that's where their success has been tonight, not throwing the football, just moving the football with their running game. So right now, Bobcat defense will have to play their positions and their responsibilities and try to shut this running game down.
So to bring up 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Bobcat 43. Doucette slot left, split right, goes Scribner. And McDaniel takes a long time as he gets up to the center. Hands off to Elliott, who misses a Bobcat. Good run near the Bobcat 36-yard line.
And Corey Armstrong, Randy, was in the backfield, almost took the handoff, but just a little bit out of control, or could have stopped that run for lost yardage. But as a result, another good hole there opened up, and Hot Springs picks up about 7 yards on the play.
2nd down and 3. Walker goes wide right. Doucette split left, or slot left for the Trojans. Hand off to the fullback Braggs, and Jacob Jones plugs the hole, as does Steve Edwards for the Cats, after a gain of about a yard to bring up 3rd down and 2 for Hot Springs.
Well, that was a good play there by the linebacker, junior linebacker Jacob Jones, and that basically the same little handoff there that they've been running, having success. We just had a linebacker in there to fill the hole, so the Bobcats will be facing a 3rd and about 3 here for the Trojans as they bring their offense to the line, and their quarterback Larry McDaniel pitches out on a sweep there, and the Bobcats miss a tackle, and number 24 for the Trojans gets into the end zone.
Yeah, Elliott on a 35-yard touchdown run as the Bobcats missed tackles with 4:45 left in this 2nd quarter of play. Hot Springs suddenly tightens this game up.
Well, you know, actually the Bobcats had him stopped there without making the 1st down. He just kept his legs moving and was able to sneak through that first wave and pick up the touchdown here as the Trojans eke back into this football game.
So Jackson will attempt the point after. Has an excellent leg, and he can kick long field goals. Kicks up, and it's true. So with 4:45 left here in the first half of play, it's Hope 13, Hot Springs 7. We'll be back on KTSS after these messages.
You asked for it, and it's back. McDonald's Homestyle Hamburger is back. Take a quarter pound of lean beef, special sauce, tomato, lettuce, pickles, onions, a hamburger just like you'd make at home. Then add McDonald's world-famous large fries and a medium soft drink for an extra value meal of only $2.99. Come to the friendly and fun place to eat in Nashville and in Hope. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Wilson Furniture and Appliance in Hope has the furniture you need for your home. Sofas and love seats are always an important part of your living room or den, and Wilson has a good selection from makers like Bassett and England Corsair. Bassett sofas, known for keeping value in style, are only part of the large selection at Wilson. Your home would not be complete without a Lazy Boy recliner, love seat, or sleeper sofa, and Wilson has the largest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. And we have the ever-popular Glider rockers. We are Wilson Furniture and Appliance, 222 South Main in Hope.
People make the difference at Citizens National Bank. Our friendly professional staff of hometown folks have made Citizens National the leading bank in Hope and Hempstead County by providing the finest in customer service available anywhere. They're your friends and neighbors as well as your bankers. They're committed to our community, take pride in their work, and genuinely care about you. People making the difference at Citizens National Bank, serving the banking needs of Hope and Hempstead County since 1902. Member FDIC.
And Jackson kicks the kickoff and fielded there by the Bobcats, and that is, looks like Steve Edwards. And again, we're pretty high up, and but that was Edwards on the return to the 27. That's where the Bobcats will take over with 4:38 left here in the first half after a touchdown drive by Hot Springs. Pretty impressive drive there.
Well, they just kind of got their running game going, and I think a little bit stunned that the Trojans were able to put points on the board, so the Bobcat offense needs to come back and answer that score before this half is over.
Slot left is Bright, unbalanced line left. And Cole on the option, pitches to Smith, and there's a fumble picked up by Hot Springs, and he steps out of bounds at the Bobcat 18, and the Bobcats turn it over again, and Hot Springs is now within 18 yards of tying or going ahead in this ball game.
Well, squarely back in the ball game now as the fumble on the option, and really not a bad pitch. We had room there to run and would have picked up a nice gainer on the play, but we had the option set up well. But the turnover will give Hot Springs great field position as they try to go ahead in this football game.
Scribner is split wide right, and there is a timeout on the field with 4:28 left in this first half of play. Bobcats leading 13-7. Sean Decker is the slot back, or the tight end. Doucette is the slot back. McDaniel hands off to the fullback, and he's met hard by Dietrich Pace.
That was an excellent play there by Dietrich Pace. That was the handoff there that they've been having success with, and Dietrich just played his responsibility, shucked his blocker in there to take on the running back for no gain, and so a nice play there as the Trojans with a 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10, 4:03 left here in the first half of play. The ball's at the Bobcat 18. And Wilson goes wide right. The slot back to the left is Doucette. McDaniel on the reverse or the counter to Doucette. Boy, he just wildly running through there to the 15 and stopped there by the Bobcats.
Yeah, that was a nice little counter there, and you know, probably a break for the Bobcats, if anything. I think he actually cut it up back in toward the middle of the field, probably did the Bobcats a favor, so bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Trojans.
Ball's marked at the Bobcat 13, 3:20 clock running left in this first half of play.
Well, without question, in field goal range, as we saw their kicker make a 45-yard field goal in warm-up.
And Scribner wide right, slot left to Doucette. And the Bobcats jump off sides, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Well, that's exactly what they needed to have, was the Bobcats jump off on their snap count as the referees signal the infraction, and it will pick up a 1st down for Hot Springs and put them inside the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the Bobcat 8 for the Trojans with exactly 3 minutes left in this first half of play.
Now that play does two things. Number one, it kind of sets your defensive linemen back on their heels a little bit, and so a big advantage for Hot Springs by making the Bobcats jump on that previous play.
Walker goes wide right. Doucette is the slot man to the left here. McDaniel hands off to the tailback, Elliott. Elliott inside the 5 of the Cats. 2nd down.
Down to about the 4, and you know, Hope looked like they were just going to run away with this football game there in the first quarter, but you know, the Hot Springs has come back to their credit, made a nice drive down there, and then taking advantage of the Bobcat fumble, and the Bobcats in danger of losing the lead for the first time tonight.
2nd down and goal at the Bobcat 5. Wilson goes wide right. Doucette, number 3, is the slot left. Elliott and Braggs are the running backs. McDaniel, the quarterback, hands off to Elliott inside and tries to push his offensive lineman toward the goal.
Yeah, he got down to, looks to be like about the 2-yard line there. And yeah, about the 2, maybe 3-yard line as bring up a 3rd down for Hot Springs.
And Hot Springs calls a timeout, 3rd and goal at the Bobcat 2.
Well, yeah, you know, talking about Hot Springs in their game with Malvern last week, Randy, that's the 30-7 score. The Trojans took advantage of, I think, 3 Malvern Leopard fumbles in puts them in good field position, and they scored on all 3 of those. So this is a team that takes advantage of the opportunities or your mistakes. So it's incumbent on these Bobcats not to make those mistakes and keep Hot Springs, give Hot Springs anything cheap on the scoreboard. So Bobcat defense fighting toe and nail here with the ball at about the 3-yard line.
Well, as you mentioned, it looked like the Bobcats really had control of this game, 13-0 with 2 quick scores in the first quarter. And now, due to some breaks, Hot Springs right back in this game and dangerously close to taking the lead. 1:57 left here in this first half of play. Bobcats leading 13-7. But the ball's at the Bobcat 2, 3rd down for Hot Springs.
Well, this is a big play, and I think you have to worry about the sweep from Hot Springs and also their surge off tackle.
Scribner goes far right. McDaniel across the middle to Doucette for a 2-yard scoring touchdown pass. McDaniel to Doucette with 1:52 left in this first half of play.
Well, first quarter, obviously the Bobcats. The last half of the second quarter, obviously Hot Springs, as they fooled everybody, me and the Bobcat defense included, by sneaking their little wing back there into the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown.
Well, Jackson, as we've mentioned, has got a great leg, and he'll attempt the point after. Snap good, hold good. Kick is off. No good. And we're tied at 13 with 1:52 left in this first half of play. We'll be back on KTSS TV 55 after these messages.
If you can write the words 20% off, you can save 20% at Martin's Footnotes and Fashions. All you need is a pencil or pen and a piece of paper to write the words 20% off. Then take your handwritten coupon to Martin's Footnotes and Fashions and get 20% off any one regular priced item. This offer is good now through Saturday, October 11 only. It includes everything from t-shirts to any dress in the store. It's that easy to save 20% now through Saturday, October 11 at Martin's Footnotes and Fashions. Save 15% during our tire sale at Smith Tire Service in Hope. You can now save 15% on passenger and light truck tires from makers like Dayton, Bridgestone Firestone, Remington, and America's best-known tire, Michelin. And Mark has such low prices on a large variety of mud grips, we can't even mention the price. Credit is available to qualified buyers along with our convenient layaway plan. Take 15% off our already low prices today when you come to Smith Tire Service, where service is in our name. We're at 1100 North Harvey in Hope.
Hi, I'm Dr. H. Lewis Pearson with the Pearson Eye and Medical Institute. As you know, we're the largest non-hospital-based outpatient surgical center in southwest Arkansas. Have you given up driving at night because you can't see well enough? Do you have trouble reading the newspaper? Do you have trouble watching television? Have you given up hunting because you can't see well enough to hunt? You may have cataracts. For an examination, please come see us, the Pearson Eye and Medical Institute.
Take the airport exit and go 3/4 miles or call 1-800-662-1645.
Kid, you ready? And they're back right before halftime. Roger Clinton, the first brother there with Denise and Rod Cole, his cousins from Hope, and getting some visiting time. We're tied at 13 here. Hot Springs scores on a 2-yard scoring pass after a Bobcat fumble gave them great possession in Bobcat territory.
And the Bobcats have called a timeout here as the Trojans were lining up, getting ready to kick that football, but yeah, it was a Bobcat timeout. We see Steve Edwards over there talking with Coach Turner along with Dietrich Pace. And so
well, the Bobcats need to regain that momentum they had, that they came out with in that first quarter of play, and you know, got ahead quickly and trying to get some more on, and then all of a sudden made some mistakes to let Hot Springs back in this game.
We've only got 10 people on the field out here. We saw Paul Wilson go off, but the Bobcats only have 10 players on their kickoff return team.
Well, that will not help you.
Well, it'll be that much more impressive if we're able to do something with this kickoff return.
So Jackson gets ready to kick. Bobcats with one man short.
Nah, we've got 11 on there now.
We do? Okay, good. Yeah, that's right, we do now. Nice kick by Jackson. It'll go into the end zone. Automatic touchback. Bobcats take over on their own 20 with 1:52 left in this first half of play.
Yeah, that was an awful strong kick by the kicker for Hot Springs. As we really hard for Randy and I to believe that he missed that extra point so badly down here. That's obviously his worst kick of the night, no question about it. As the Bobcats with 1:52 left try to get something going here, starting at their own 20-yard line.
Corey Muldrew and Bright both go the left side, split left, slot left, I formation. Aaron Smith is the tailback. Pitch to Smith along the left side, trying to get outside. Really didn't make a decision whether to go outside or go in. You got to break hard. You can't tiptoe in there. Brings up second down.
A little indecisive on his part, but to Hot Springs credit, they had good penetration there and made the decision much harder for Aaron as we lost about 2 yards on the play.
Second down, and let's make it 12 for the Cats at the 18. Their own 18. Clock running, 1:25 left here in the first half of play. Now Muldrew split right, Bright slot right on 2nd and 12. Pitch to Aaron Smith, trying to beat the man along the left side, then runs over a man, and there's a flag thrown, and initially you think that was an illegal block on the Cats.
Well, we're going to have an illegal block or a hold without question there, and that will set the Bobcats back. 1:08 left here in the half as the Bobcats. Nice run there by Aaron Smith, really punished the tackler there at the end, but all that will go for naught as the penalty will set the Cats back.
And so the Bobcats will be further in their territory after the penalty, and they'll mark it at the 12, and it'll bring up second down for the Cats and 18. 1:08 left in the first half of play. Now Chad Markham, the junior, is in slot left. Bright split right. Cole attempted pass to Markham is deflected, bring up third down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, a little slant there that Hot Springs had well covered, and as you mentioned, bring up a third down and a long piece of yardage there for the Bobcats to try to keep something going here with under a minute to play in the first half.
55 seconds left for the Cats. Third down and 18 as the ball's marked on the Bobcat 12. Muldrew split wide left. Slot left is D. Bright, both senior speedsters for the Cats. Cole looking, being sacked at the 5-yard line, and Hot Springs really has some momentum going now, and the Bobcats will be forced to punt with 44 seconds clock running left here in this first half of play.
Well, no question about it, and I think Hot Springs probably came out a little bit flat as this ball game started, and the Bobcats jumped on them early, but they've certainly got back into this football game, and their defense are really putting the rush on there. So Jason Patton, with 22 seconds left, having to punt this football out of the end zone, and you may see the Hot Springs kick block on in this situation.
Patton, the Bobcat punter, gets it with 10 seconds left and gets it away for the Cats, and it'll get a good Bobcat roll to the Bobcat 45. And down there with no time left at the end of the first half of play, we're tied at 13. We'll be back to Hot Springs on KTSS after these messages.
This is Mike at Hope Medical Services. If you or your family need equipment in the home, why not come by and see us? Hope Medical Services carries a complete line of bathroom safety equipment, such as shower chairs and grab bars. If you need an ambulatory aid, Hope Medical Services carries a good selection of walkers, canes, and crutches. From the minor scrape to surgical wounds, Hope Medical Services carries the most complete line of wound care supplies. From medical equipment to uniforms and gifts, Hope Medical Services is truly your one-stop shopping place for all your home care needs. For the best quality, finest service, and largest selection, come by and see us at Hope Medical Services, 14th and Main in Hope.
Hello folks, Tim Ashbrook again with Prescott Motor Company. Just want to talk to you a little bit about the sale that we've got going on here at Prescott Motor Company. Folks, we're taking the lowest prices in history on our 97 Ford Mercury products. The incentives are higher than they've ever been, with customer cash up to $2,400 off on some of our selected vehicles. Interest rates as low as 1%. Come on out to Prescott Motor Company for your best deal on a new Ford or Mercury product. That's Prescott Motor Company, Highway 67 South in beautiful Prescott, Arkansas.
Hi, this is Steve Bugelow with Anderson Frazier Insurance, representing CNA and other major insurance companies. If you're looking for auto insurance and you presently don't have insurance, or you've had some traffic violations or even an accident, then think of us at Anderson Frazier Insurance. I have an automobile insurance program that's designed just for you, and it's competitive, and what's even better, after 1 year of continuous coverage without any accidents, we will reduce your premium. So give us a call at Anderson Frazier Insurance, the agency that cares for you, downtown on Insurance Corner in Hope.
Things happen. Things happen.
Save $10. Save $20. Save $30 at the Athlete's Foot in Hope. That's right, save $10 to $30 on adult athletic shoes at the Athlete's Foot. Also enjoy great savings on children's shoes. Athletic socks, we have more than just a few pair. We also have a great selection of cleaners, strings, and a wide variety of supports for any foot for tremendous savings and great fit. Come to the Athlete's Foot, North Hervey and Hope, next to Pizza Hut.
Hi, I'm Tommy Sanders. Whether your job takes you around the world like mine or just around the corner, it seems there's never enough time to get everything done. That's why I head for the nearest hardware store when those unexpected do-it-yourself projects crop up at our house. I know they'll have everything I need to do the job at the right prices, and they're never too busy to give me expert advice. Well, be sure and see my friend Keenan Williams at LaGrone Williams Hardware in Hope. It's the biggest little hardware store in town.
Hello, my name is Robert Arnold. I'm owner and administrator of Arnold Plaza Retirement Center. We're located at 1900 South Main in Hope, Arkansas. Here at Arnold Plaza, we offer many services to our elderly residents. We have comfortable rooms with private baths, 3 meals each day. We have medicine supervision, and we have activities and church services and help with doctor's appointments. We have our own duty staff 24 hours a day. We find that the security of having someone to help when you need help leaves a peace of mind with our residents so that they may enjoy life here at Arnold Plaza. If you need our services, please call or come by Arnold Plaza, 1900 South Main in Hope, Arkansas.
I'm Bob Lessenberry, pharmacist at Family Pharmacy in Hope. You know, our down-home prescription service is really what makes us unique. We'll take the time to fill your prescription accurately, and we'll gladly answer any questions you may have, from how to take the medicine to side effects and drug interactions. We also offer in-town delivery and after-hours emergency service. You know, you'll find that good hometown service every time you come in, and it's always at the lowest possible price. That's Family Pharmacy, 810 South Main in Hope.
Napa carries more parts than anyone in the country, and during a big sale, I feel I can carry each one myself.
Carry out a case of Napa motor oil, only 59 cents a quart after rebate, and you'll find Napa halogen headlights for as low as $4.99.
Lots of people come to Napa looking for hard-to-find auto parts. And I tell them, the only time parts are hard to find is when you're trying to find them someplace else.
See your Napa dealer at 211 West Main in Prescott or 403 West 3rd in Hope.
Hi, my name is Jean Ann Luker. I work at First National Bank of Hope and still don't have time to balance my checkbook. After work, there's t-ball, dance lessons, homework, dinner, baths, and bedtime stories. In the evening, when everyone is settled down, that's when I call Customer Link. Since Customer Link is a 24-hour service, I can call at my convenience. I can check my balance, see what checks have cleared my account, make transfers, keep up with loan balances, and much, much more. As you know, life is busy enough, so if you haven't tried Customer Link, give it a try. It's 777-BANK. That's 777-2265. At First National Bank, where a century of commitment continues.
Homecoming at Hot Springs, about ready to start the second half of play. Hot Springs will receive, as they won the coin toss to start the game, but deferred to the second half, and will receive in this tied game 13-13. Bobcats really came out above in the first quarter and dominated this game, but after that, it was all Hot Springs.
Well, I don't think there's any question that the Bobcats came out and jumped on them early, evidence of 13-0 score. But the 3 turnovers that the Bobcats had first half, a couple of fumbles, an interception, you know, that kind of allowed Hot Springs to get back into this football game. You know, they did get their running attack going there late in the second quarter, and then scored a touchdown, came back. The Bobcats turned the football over deep on their end of the field. Hot Springs punched it in for the touchdown. And the situation now is the Bobcats need to come out, Randy, and reestablish that superiority that they started the football game with. They're going to have to do that on defense here, but it looks like we're going to be going without Jeff High, the junior defensive tackle who went out with a knee injury. And so Corey Armstrong, whoever the Bobcats play, will have to pick up his slack, and the rest of that defensive line and linebackers will have to come in here and recharge their batteries and try to dominate and reestablish their dominance in this football game.
Tremaine Lacey will kick off for the Cats. The driving kick hits at the 23, fielded there by Doucette, who had one of the touchdowns for Hot Springs, tackled there by Jacob Jones at the 25, and that's where Hot Springs will start the second half of play.
And that's a good start there. That was Jacob Jones down on the tackle, down in a hurry, as Hot Springs will set up their initial series in the second half with the ball on the 25-yard line.
Hot Springs had 7 first downs in the first half, Hope 3. Hot Springs 103 yards rushing, Hope 122, mostly on that 94-yard run by Aaron Smith. Trojans were 3 of 8 and 18 yards passing. Bobcats 1 of 5, 20 yards passing and 1 interception. McDaniel hands off to Braggs, the fullback, along the right side, and he gains about 5 before being hit hard there at the 30-yard line of Hot Springs.
Well, he was popped hard. Now, that was probably Steve Edwards or Nick Edwards. I'm not sure. It may have been Corey Muldrew there, but he did pick up 5 yards. So, as I mentioned, the defensive front, that defensive front 5 and the linebackers will have to stop that type of penetration.
Second down and 5 for Hot Springs at their own 30 as we start this second half of play, tied 13 all. Wilson goes wide right. Doucette slot left pitch to Elliott. Elliott hit hard. There's a ball on the ground. Bobcats signal it's theirs, but we'll wait for the official word.
Well, let me just tell you who caused that fumble. That was Steve Edwards. Came flying in and just had a tremendous hit on the running back as the referees try to unsort this, and we'll just wait and see.
Looks like it's Hot Springs ball as they recovered, and Chad Lacey came up limping after that lick, and Bobcats turned Elliott in on that play for make it 3rd down and 4 at the 31.
Well, I will tell you this, our defensive backs came in with recharged batteries because they've made 2 tremendous hits to start this second half off. So Hot Springs faced with a 3rd and 4 here on their opening series of the second half.
3rd down 4. Split left, slot right. Dropping backs, McDaniel looking for the slot backs. Got him at midfield, and he just misses it there. Wilson just couldn't hold on to it down there, and a throw from McDaniel bring up 4th down, and Hot Springs will be forced to punt.
Well, Bobcats really got a break there, and Nick Edwards will need to give a little more cushion and maybe not bite on that move by the receiver. So the Bobcats got a break there by the Hot Springs receiver dropping that football.
Jackson will punt. Now remember, fans, Bobcats are missing a few players on defense. Billy Roberts and Willie Hindman, both injured starters. Also Jeff High now injured. Nice punt by Jackson. Muldrew will let it hit at the 30, and it bounces inside to the 22-yard line. That's where the Bobcats will take over at their own 22.
Yeah, the Hot Springs kicking game, really one of their strong points. Their punter just has boomed every time tonight, and of course we've seen their extra point man, and we talked about him earlier making those 40 and 45-yard field goals in the warm-up. So kicking game is something that Hot Springs has, as I recall, really been strong with every year that we've been broadcasting these games.
Bobcats 3 turnovers in that first half really helped Hot Springs, and they can't afford to do that here in this second half, tied 13-all. Muldrew and Bright split right, slot right. Pitch to Aaron Smith along the left side. Aaron now turns back, and good containment by the Hot Springs defense.
Well, and that was a mistake on Aaron's part because he just needed to continue to the outside and let them drag him down. He would have picked up 3, 4, maybe 5 more yards. So he came to a complete stop to make that cut, and that's not what a tailback needs to do.
2nd down and 8 for the Bobcats at their own 25.
And actually, he was on the corner there, and he just needs to carry that out and not try to make everything happen on one play.
Muldrew split right, Bright slot right. Hand off to Smith. Enough for the 1st down as he busts through off the left side of the offensive line near the 35, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and we were able to, that was a good running. And Aaron Smith is a power runner that, you know, he's going to be effective between the tackles along with his sweep. So, but we see the referees there with an official timeout as Aaron Smith getting up a little bit slowly there after the play.
And we hope that young man's all right. Smith, the running back, his first night able to play for the Bobcats after playing for the Cats last year, but he went to Texarkana this past spring and now back for the Bobcats.
Got into camp late and, you know, has been working his way back into the system, getting in shape. And but, you know, we bring in a pretty salty guy, and Steve Edwards there to that will take over for Aaron Smith. So Steve Edwards really devoting his time to defense tonight, and that's with Aaron Smith's ability. I think the coaches felt like they had that luxury, but Steve Edwards is a very fine running back in his own right, and certainly has led the Bobcat offense in yardage from his tailback position thus far.
So Aaron Smith being helped off the field. Bobcats now come out of the huddle 1st and 10 after Smith's about 9-yard run. Ball's marked at the Bobcat 35. Bright and Muldrew come to the right side. Split backfield. Cole hits Muldrew at the 40. Muldrew hit by a host of Trojans after a 6-yard gain.
Well, good catch by Corey. That was just one he had to go up for and kind of delayed his ability to do anything with it after he caught it, but still a 6-yard gain on the pass, so nice catch by Corey Muldrew.
2nd down and 4 for the Bobcats at their own 41-yard line. Rusty Beck leads the Bobcat line up to the line of scrimmage. Now Muldrew and Bright to the right side. Split backfield again. Pitch to Steve Edwards along the left side. Edwards into Trojan territory, 1st down at the Trojan 48.
And that play was just really executed well, as you saw Steve Edwards get out on the corner quick. Nice pitch there by Courtney Cole. Bobcats able to pick up the 1st down.
8:22 left here in this 3rd quarter of play. We're tied 13 all.
And this is the place for no mistakes, just to keep grinding the football out, moving the chains, and get in that end zone.
Muldrew and Bright go to the left side this time. Edwards, your running back. Hand off to Edwards. No, keep by Courtney Cole on the right side. Cole can run to the 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Courtney Cole, the Bobcat quick quarterback, out of that backfield.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Randy, and he did a wonderful job of tight-roping that sideline himself. He just got as much as he could using the width of the field and then just skirted along that sideline there, able to stay in bounds and puts the football on the 13-yard line.
7:56 left in this 3rd quarter of play. The Bobcats have it at the Trojan 12 after that big run of 36 yards by Courtney Cole. Bright will go slot left. Unbalanced line left. Hand off to Sorrells, and there's flags thrown on the play.
Well, and that was going to be a good play even before the flag. It was a nice play to call. Jared Sorrells' first carry of the night, but the infraction on the Bobcats will set the football back 5 more yards.
And it'll be 1st and 15 for the Cats. Mark it back on the Trojan 17-yard line.
Well, just an unfortunate penalty makes the Bobcat job of getting into the end zone a little bit harder there. Brings up a 1st and 15 for the Bobcats.
Checking in for the Cats, Aaron Smith, who had been helped off the field. And that's good to see that tailback back in as the Bobcats. DeCosta Holyfield, the sophomore, has injured and not able to play tonight. Billy Roberts injured, and Steve Edwards and Smith, the only tailbacks. Chad Lacey can run, and the Bobcats call a timeout. Courtney Cole saw the defense, didn't like it. So with 7:55 left in the 3rd quarter, we're tied at 13. We'll be back on KTSS TV 55 after these messages.
Give your tired, aching feet some relief by coming to Foster's Shoe Store today. At Foster's, we take the time to measure and get your feet in the best fitting shoes from makers like Bass, Dockers, Eastland, and others. Check out the extreme comfort of a Bianco. Caring mothers put their children's feet into Keds and jumping jacks. Men, let your feet experience the long-lasting comfort of a Stacy Adams boot. For style and comfort in footwear, come to Foster Shoe Store, 115 East 2nd Street in the heart of downtown Hope.
Hope Community TV is proud to announce the opening of our drive-through window. You can now pay your cable bill at our Walnut Street office without leaving your vehicle. Simply approach the window from the alley by the Main Street Easy Mart or by Studio Floor and Wall Decor.
Here at Hope Community TV, we strive to provide the most prompt and convenient services. Our new feature we're offering is a drive-through window for your paying convenience.
The drive-through window is for bill paying only, and you need to bring your bill with you when you use it. The window and our office are open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday at Hope Community TV.
Neat. Diplomas. Dr. Miller, say I needed surgery. Give me one good reason I should go to Columbia.
Well, Columbia has outside parties that evaluate our hospital performance.
So you get reviewed?
Yes, we do.
Going to you is sort of like going to a movie or a restaurant?
Well, sort of.
Which is not as much fun.
Hi, my name's Travis Mitchell, Mitchell's Medimart, 16th and South Main.
out here by the hospital, across the street from the high school, out amongst all the doctors. A very, very good location, a very good, convenient spot to drive up to, quick in, quick out. We're sometimes even referred to as a 9-step drugstore. Very convenient, pop in, pop out. We're high on service, high on quality, and low on price. Won't you come see us at Mitchell's Medimart, 16th and South Main? Travis Mitchell.
Back at Hot Springs with 7:55 left in the third quarter. The Bobcats on a drive down to the Trojans 17, first down and 15. Ramsey, the tight end on the unbalanced line right. Power eye right, pitch to the tailback, and that is D. Bright along the left side. D hits the corner for a 17-yard touchdown run with 7:48 left here in the third quarter of play.
Well, what a great play to call. I guess that's the main thing there. D used his great speed, and I don't think Hot Springs was aware at all that D. Bright might take that little pitch and go around that side, but he used the wide side of the field. Great speed and good call by the Bobcat coaches.
So with 7:48 left in the third quarter, Bobcats leading 19-13. Colin Pilkington will attempt the point after. Jonathan Easterling to hold. Snaps good, holds up, no good. Easterling throws it and just can't get it on the fire play, and at the end, after the point after fails, with 7:48 left here in the third quarter, Hope leads Hot Springs 19-13. We'll be back on KTSS after these messages.
Year-end closeout prices are in effect today at John Hayes Chevrolet. For example, fuel-efficient Cavaliers have financing as low as 2.9% APR for 48 months. Or try 3.9% financing for 60 months on any Cavalier in stock. Pick Illumina and get $750 cash back, or choose low GMAC interest rates. For the best selection and the best deals, come on in today.
Just say John Hayes, you'll be rolling, you'll be on your way.
Here we are back to school time. Time for all of our school activities. We at Studio Floor and Wall Decor would like to encourage you to join your local booster club, whether it be the Athletic Booster Club or Band Booster Club, whether it be the Bobcats, the Curly Wolves, or the Blue Jays. Join these clubs and help support your children. If you need any wall covering, floor covering, or paint, come to Studio Floor and Wall Decor at 500 South Walnut Street in Hope, Arkansas.
Back at Tommy J. Holt Field on the Hot Springs campus with 7:48 left in the third quarter of play. It is Hope 19, Hot Springs 13. Bobcats scoring, and we have a score to pass on. Malvern leading Lake Hamilton 31-6. That's hard to believe. The Bobcats stop, and that was number 21, King, on the run back. He stopped at the 29. The Trojans will take it over on their own 29.
Again, good coverage down there by Jacob Jones. Knocked the runner off stride initially there, and so the Bobcats need to hold, excuse me, I started to say Malvern, but hold Hot Springs and get into the end zone again, because right now, Hot Springs just a touchdown and one extra point away from going ahead in this football game.
Scrivener goes wide right. Slot left is Doucette. He goes in motion. First time he's been in motion to the far side. McDaniel hands off to Elliott. Nowhere to go. The Bobcat defense stuffs him there. Good penetration by the Bobcat defensive line and linebackers.
Yeah, Corey Armstrong in there quickly, and also J.D. Sampson, Jacob Jones, and did a good job there of actually losing about a half yard on the play. So good play by the Bobcat defensive front.
Second down and 10, again at the 29 of the Trojans. Here with 7:15 left in the third quarter. Bobcats leading 19-13. Trojans quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Doucette goes wide right now. Scrivener split left. McDaniel, the junior quarterback, throws across to Doucette. And let's see if they rule it a completion. Incomplete. Third down.
Yeah, it was one of those plays where, you know, where he threw it down low and the receiver laid his body out, just couldn't quite hold on to it. But fortunately for the Bobcats, and bring up a 3rd and 10, and the Bobcats need to hold and get that football back.
Doucette injured on the play and coming off, and he's had a good job, done a good job tonight. Has one of the touchdowns for the Trojans.
Yeah, he's been one of their best players so far tonight on offense, and the Hot Springs coaches there giving instructions to their quarterback, McDaniel, as Hot Springs tries to come up with a play to keep these chains moving.
6:53, clock stopped on that incompletion left in the 3rd quarter of play. Big 3rd down for the Trojans. McDaniel rolling to the near side, throws incomplete into the Trojan bench, and it'll bring 4th down for the Trojans deep in their territory at their 29.
Yeah, and I think McDaniel down on the field, the Hot Springs quarterback, getting up awful slowly as the official signals for a timeout to give the Trojan quarterback time to get off the football field.
Well, McDaniel has taken some licks from that Bobcat defense here tonight. So Jackson will punt with 6:48 left in the 3rd quarter. Kyle Jackson done an outstanding job tonight, kicking both kickoffs, points after, and punting for the Trojans. Back deep is Corey Muldrew for the Cats. Snaps up, wobbly kick. Muldrew will field at the Bobcat 40. He's at the 45. He'll need a block. He's at midfield. Into Trojan territory, drug down at the 34. A great job by Corey Muldrew.
Well, I didn't catch the Bobcats number, but he did a great job there of not clipping down here that allowed Corey to get as much as he could and actually get around the corner. That was one of those plays that, you know, he could have touched him and they'd thrown the flag, but excellent punt return there by Corey Muldrew as you see how elusive he is in the open field.
1st and 10, Bobcats in excellent field position at the Trojan 34. Muldrew and Bright come to the right side. Aaron Smith is the tailback, Sarles the fullback. Handoff to Smith. He breaks through the line, scrambles down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2nd down and 5 for the Bobcats.
Good job of tough running there by Aaron Smith, and nice job of holding their blocks over there by Devin Walker and Rusty Beck, and of course number 66 for the Bobcats, Brent Carpenter. So a nice job of firing off the line by that right side.
Well, they mark it at the 30, so it brings up to 2nd down and 6 for the Cats. Bobcats leading by 6. There's an official timeout on the field. Ghoston coming out and Tremaine Hill, the sophomore left tackle, coming in. Now the clock's restarted. The Bobcats come up to the line of scrimmage. Pace and Ramsey are the tight end. Slot left is Bright. Hand off to Smith along the right side at the 20, the 15, the 10. Drug down inside the 5. Great run by Aaron Smith of about 34 yards, or rather 26 yards. And they'll bring up 1st and goal for the Cats.
Real good run by Aaron Smith. And you see he has, I guess, deceptive speed is what you call it. But I'd like to see him do a little bit better job of tugging that football there in the open field. And the Bobcats get inside the 5-yard line and trying to punch another score across.
1st and goal, Cats at the 4. Leading 19-13 and needing more. Unbalanced line to the left. Ramsey and Pace are the tight ends. Hand off to Smith. He may have gained a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 3.
Yeah, and a tough yard it was as the Trojans were ready there as Aaron cut back a little bit on the play and able to fall forward for about a yard. So 2nd and goal from about the 3.5-yard line.
4:49 clock running left in the 3rd quarter of play. This AAA Southwest Conference game. Again, unbalanced line to the left. Power I left. Hand off to Smith, trying to bull his way toward the end zone, but it'll bring up 3rd down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, picked up about another yard again there, and Aaron was kind of stopped initially there. That kind of stood him up a little bit, and so Hot Springs doing a good job with their goal line defense here. Brings up a 3rd and goal with the football on the 2-yard line.
4:10 clock running left in the 3rd quarter, and they'll mark it about where the extra point line is.
Well, we might make this observation too. I don't think there's any question that the Bobcats have 2 opportunities here on 3rd and 4th down to put the ball in the end zone.
Rusty Beck, the senior all-district performer for the Bobcats at center, coming in. Unbalanced line to the left this time. Power eye right. Cole trying to get in, and he will from 2 yards out with 3:36 left here in the 3rd quarter of play. Courtney Cole, the senior quarterback for the Bobcats, scores to give the Bobcats a 25-13 lead.
Well, and I think this is a situation you'll see the offense stay on the field as the Bobcats will go for 2 there to try to make up on the extra point bobble, and Courtney Cole there looking for the play from Coach Kell as we see Dee Bright coming onto the field for the offense.
So the Bobcats get a good punt return by Corey Muldrew. They start from the Trojan 34 and drive it in here in the 3rd quarter of play, and going for 2, unbalanced line right, power eye right. Cole pitches to Dee Bright on the left side. Dee just can't get in. So with 3:36 left here in the 3rd quarter of play, it's Hope 25, Hot Springs 13. We'll be back on KTSS after these messages.
If you can write the words 20% off, you can save 20% at Martin's Footnotes and Fashions. All you need is a pencil or pen and a piece of paper to write the words 20% off. Then take your handwritten coupon to Martin's Footnotes and Fashions and get 20% off any one regular priced item. This offer is good now through Saturday, October 11 only. It includes everything from t-shirts to any dress in the store. It's that easy to save 20% now through Saturday, October 11 at Martin's Footnotes and Fashions. Make your car, truck, or van unique with accessories from Smith Tire Service. Need a step for your cab or a spoiler or a bug shield? We have them in stock. We also have a good selection of chrome toolboxes for any truck. At Smith Tire Service, we have the largest selection of custom wheels in the Arklatex. Credit is available to qualified buyers along with our convenient layaway plan. And we install window tinting with a lifetime guarantee. Make your car special. Come to Smith Tire Service today, where service is in our name. We're at 1100 North Hervey in Hope. It's hard to beat what we offer at First Federal Savings and Loan Association. As a Savings and Loan Association, we are the original, professional, long-term home loan lender. For 18 years, we have been offering very friendly service to you with checking accounts, savings accounts, high returns on certificates of deposit, and attractive mortgage rates, plus personal, friendly service. We are hard to beat.
With our personal attention and attractive mortgage rates, it's hard to beat what we have to offer here at First Federal Savings and Loan at the corner of 6th and South Main in Hope, Arkansas.
And back at Hot Springs with 3:36 left, Bobcats have a lead of 25-13. Tremaine Lacey kicks off to Doucette. Tyson Doucette misses a Bobcat, and Jacob Jones gets him there, though, at the 24.
I'll tell you this about Jacob Jones on this kickoff team. He has just been down there on every single kickoff and just done an outstanding job there, as Hot Springs will take the football on about the 27, 28-yard line and try to get something going. But the Bobcats just need to keep playing sound fundamental defense and keep pounding that ball away on offense, and they can put this game away.
Bub's wearing his glasses, but it's at the 24.
Excuse me,
First and 10, Hot Springs. Dropping backs, McDaniel throws across the middle. Ramsey breaks it up. Nice job by junior Gray Ramsey over there on the far side.
You know, and I'll say this about Gray. He's played a fair amount of defense this year and really has been around the football, and right there, another example of that. So Gray's playing pretty good defense for these Bobcats.
Second down and 10, Hot Springs at their own 23-yard line.
The situation this puts Hot Springs in, Randy, it probably makes them try to score a little bit quicker and go to their pass and attack, which I think is certainly an advantage to the Bobcats because, you know, when they really got into their mode of doing things right, it was running the football. So hopefully they stay in their passing attack.
McDaniel drops back. Pace rushing, also Patton and Pace and Christian bring him down at about the 2-yard line of the Trojans.
Well, wish and you receive, and that's exactly what happened there. The great rush by the two defensive ends, Pace and Patton, along with Michael Christian coming from his defensive tackle position, just put tremendous pressure on McDaniel. And the Trojans are set back with about a third and, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 29. Third and 29.
Yeah, they mark it at the 5. And Scribner will come split left. Doucette slot right. Third and 29 for the Trojans. Hand off to the tailback, Elliott, and the Bobcats allow him about 5 yards. It'll be 4th down for the Trojans and 25.
Well, brings up the punting situation for the Trojans, and the Bobcats, if they handle this punt, will have great field position and maybe start a drive inside the 50-yard line and really try to put this football game out of reach with another score.
Back deep for the Cats is number 25, Bright, number 80, Muldrew. Jackson, number 7, will kick in his end zone. Bobcats may have the block on. Snap is over his head, but he gets it away. It's a wobbler. Will be fielded. No. As Muldrew wisely gets away from it, and they came out with a good result there as the Bobcats will take over on the Trojan 47.
Yeah, they were real fortunate on that. The Bobcats had to return on, obviously, and he did a smart thing. He didn't panic. The ball went through his hands a little bit high, but I think one he surely should have caught and turned around, picked up, and got the punt off. So, but as we mentioned, the Bobcats will have great field position with the ball on about the 47-yard line.
Muldrew and Bright come to the right side. Sarles and Smith are the running backs. Dropping back is Cole. Looking across the middle to Muldrew. He just makes a nice catch.
All right, what else can you say about it? And then Courtney made a nice pass. He kind of waited for Corey to kind of hook up in there, and it was just down low. Corey went down and cradled the football. Just an outstanding throw and a great catch by Courtney Cole and Corey Muldrew.
1st and 10, Bobcats at the Trojan 36-yard line. Muldrew comes to the left side. Bright slot right. Split backfield. Look for the pitch. Pitch to Smith on the left side. And bust through 2 men near 1st down at the Trojan 25.
Yeah, and that was a good job of cutting up. I still think he probably has some yardage outside, and we were able to pick up another 1st down there by that quick pitch. The Bobcats on that quick pitch, they really get it outside quickly and force really puts a burden on your defense out there to come up that quickly and defend against that pitch.
Yeah, there's just not a lot they can do. And Muldrew now and Bright both to the right side. Ramsey is the tight end to the left. 1st down and 10 at the Trojan 25. Fake pitch across the middle to Ramsey, just a little too high.
Well, that was a really good play to call, and it was open, and Courtney just sailed the ball, and but a nice play to call, and for sure one that's going to be open a lot this year, and first time Bobcats have tried to throw to Gray tonight.
2nd down and 10 with 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. It's been all Bobcats. 2 touchdowns here in the 3rd quarter after being tied 13 all at half. Bobcats lead 25-13. Now the Bobcats will tighten it up. Muldrew's tight on the left side. Ramsey on the right. Unbalanced line right. Power eye right. Pitch to the tailback, and that's Bright on the right side. Still driving, but stopped at about the 23, a gain of a couple.
Yeah, we're going to bring up a 3rd and about 8 for the Bobcats here as the clock, 34 seconds, winds down to end this 3rd quarter. But as you mentioned, the 3rd quarter, all Bobcats here, they put 2 scores on the board.
And Courtney Cole, the Bobcats will get this one play off before the end of the quarter. leading 25-13. Muldrew will go to the left side, as does Bright. Ramsey's tight end right. Sarles and Smith are the running backs. Cole hands off to Smith, trying to get outside, but the Hot Springs line does a great job. So at the end of the third quarter of play, it's Hope 25, Hot Springs 13. We'll be back on TV 55 after these messages.
Large or small, we have the gift you are looking for at Impressions. We have small items like wind-up musical figurines or bunny rabbits, either sitting or dancing. We have small versions of large animals and beautiful little bears. Joseph birthday figurines are also a wonderful gift. At Impressions, we embroider many gifts, making them extra special.
When you want to make an impression, stop by Impressions, 108 West 2nd Street, downtown Hope.
Hi, Tim McMullen with Sheila Bruce right here at Hope Auto Company in Hope, Arkansas, where we have 8 ways to finance. Our 97s are getting slim. Our 98s are coming in every day. So come see us, pick out the car that you want. Let Sheila get you financed with our 8 ways of financing. You can call us toll-free at 1-888-777-4701 or locally call us at 777-2371. Come look at our service department. We've been in business for 76 years. We're here to stay. Come see us right here at Hope Auto Company, Hope, Arkansas.
What makes the services at Brazil Cornish Funeral Home in Prescott different? Is it the fact they've served us for over 100 years, meeting our every need and our hour of need with dignified service? Is it the fact that Brazil Cornish, they honor all funeral contracts, including pre-need, from all other funeral homes? Is it the fact that Eddie Brazil director and staff truly care for those they are privileged to serve? It's all those things and more. Brazil Cornish Funeral Home in Prescott. Eddie Brazil director, not a chain or part of a chain.
As we start the fourth quarter of play here at Hot Springs, the Bobcats came out in that third quarter and scored 2 touchdowns and lead 25-13 over the Hot Springs Trojans in this AAA Southwest Conference game. Bobcats have it, 4th down and 8 at the Trojan 24. Muldrew goes wide right. Slot left is Bright. Rolling right is Cole. He's hit as he throws it. And it's caught by Muldrew. A great catch by Corey Muldrew.
My goodness, what a catch. He was, it wasn't a good pass that Courtney threw.
Courtney got hit right as he threw it, and I was surprised he got the pass off.
And what Corey did, he just fell down backwards, back toward the field, and just let the ball fall right into his chest, and with those great hands, able to pull it in, and what a big play for the Bobcats.
That was really kind of like somebody's golf shot. You know, you're not proud of it, but it goes in. So it's a
kind of like one of my golf shots.
First and goal for the Bobcats at the 2 of the Trojans. On the bootleg is Cole from 2 yards out. Touchdown with 11:27 left here in the fourth quarter of play. The Bobcats have scored again as Courtney Cole scores on a 2-yard bootleg along the right side.
Yeah, and he did have the option there to throw, but his man was covered, and Courtney, using his speed and good running ability, just overpowered the defense over there and able to get it into the end zone.
31-13, Bobcats lead, and let's see if the Bobcats go for 2 or satisfied to kick the point after. They will go for 2. Cole stays in. Bobcats up by 3 touchdowns now. Bright goes wide left. Cole across the middle, dropped by Ramsey in the end zone. It was there. So with 11:26 left in the ball game, Hope 31, Hot Springs 13. We'll be back on KTSS after these messages.
Prices have been marked down by 70% at Main Fashions in Hope. The prices on all spring and summer merchandise have been slashed by 70%. For a short time, you can save big on name brands like Claudia Sloan, Ives St. Clair, Alfred Dunner, and others. At these incredible savings, the great selection will not last long. Gail Garner is making room for the fall styles, which are arriving daily. Hurry in today to the 70% off sale only at Main Fashions on South Main across from Hope High School. Wilson Furniture and Appliance in Hope needs your help. Our showroom and warehouse are full of Lazy Boy. We have Lazy Boys in pairs or sets of 3. At Wilson, we have lots of recliners in luxurious leather or the classic stain-resistant fabrics. Please, come try our Lazy Boys and see why they are the best. Come see how far below retail we mark our prices. At Wilson, we have the largest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. Please, come buy your Lazy Boy today at Wilson Furniture and Appliance, 222 South Main in Hope.
Ryan Lacey gets ready to kick off for the Bobcats, leading 31-13 here in the fourth quarter. Kick to King, 21. Heel misses him, gets through a few. He's got running room, one man to beat, but the Bobcats catch him, and that's Undra Johnson catching him near midfield.
Well, good job by Undra of staying with it and catching him, but the Bobcats just kind of went down a little out of control there and set up the big return there by Hot Springs. So Hot Springs shows some life here with their kickoff return team, down 31-13 in this ball game.
Ball be marked at the Trojan 48-yard line with 11:14 left in the ball game. Scrivener goes wide left. Doucette slot right. McDaniel, the junior quarterback, hands off to the fullback, Braggs, and the Bobcats meet him at the handoff.
Corey Armstrong had great penetration there from his right defensive tackle there and just messed that play up from the very beginning, and a host of Bobcats there to finish him off. So good play there by Corey Armstrong and that Bobcat defensive line.
Second down and 10 for the Trojans.
You know, we might mention, we talked about the Bobcats needed to come out and dominate on defense. Didn't allow a first down in that third quarter to the Trojans, and certainly did offensively.
Scrivener wide left. Doucette wing right. McDaniel again takes a long time. There's a flag thrown.
I think we're going to have a delay of game penalty against Hot Springs.
And it will be moved back. Delay of game, moved back 5 yards. McDaniel doesn't really, he takes a long time once he gets up to the center. And
Less than about 6 yards in between nose guard and first penalty.
You know, and Ronnie Phillips was just telling me that's the first penalty tonight on Hot Springs, and that's a little unusual here getting into the fourth quarter of a football game.
Second down and 15 for the Trojans at their own 43-yard line here with 10:29 left in the ball game. Scrivener goes wide left. Doucette slot right. McDaniel looking for Scrivener downfield. Alex Flournoy has a bead on him at the 40. The ball goes down, but I think the play's blown dead at the Trojan 39-yard line.
Yeah, Pace put on great pressure originally, and that's what Alex did so well last week against Hot Springs, and that's kind of take the angle there, and you saw his great speed for a linebacker as he hauled McDaniel down, and had some help over there from another Bobcat, but nice play by the Bobcat defense. Pace putting on the initial rush, and Alex Flournoy doing what he's supposed to do, and that's zero in on that quarterback.
9:50 clock running on a third down and 19 for the Trojans at their own 39. Scrivener goes wide right, counter play to Doucette, nowhere, as good containment by Patton as he just brought his blocker back with him.
You're right, Randy, that was excellent containment by Jason Patton. No way that Hot Springs is going to get outside of Patton on that play, and he did a good job of stuffing his blocker there, so Hot Springs will be forced to punt here with about a fourth and let's see, about 24 to go to pick up the first down. So obviously we'll be punting here as we see the Hot Springs punter drop back into his punt formation.
Yeah, Jackson back to punt. Bobcats have Bright and Muldrew at about their 30-yard line. Punt is a nice punt. Bright will field it at the 29. Good movement by Bright as he slashes his way up near the 45 of the Bobcats. And Bobcats, again, great field position taking over with 8:45 left in this game, leading 31-13.
Yeah, a really good run back there by D. Bright. Hot Springs didn't get down and cover quickly, and D kind of put a move on right off the bat and was able to pick up about 15, 16 yards on the return. So Bobcats, with 8:45 left in the football game, starting in very good field position with the ball on the 45-yard line.
Bright comes slot left. Muldrew split right. I formation for the Bobcats. 1st and 10. Hand off to the tailback. Smith runs over a man. Gain of about 3. The ball's on the ground. Let's see who got it.
I think referee signaling 2nd down there, but see flags down in the defensive backfield.
We'll see what the call is, but the Bobcats, Bright recovering the fumble.
No, I see I think we had an unsportsmanlike conduct against Hot Springs. I think that's what the signal was.
That's what it looks like. It's Courtney Coles telling the coaching staff. And the Bobcats will take a 15-yard penalty, bring up 1st and 10 at the Trojans' 40 with 8:37 left in this ball game.
Well, that was a nice break there for the Bobcats as one of the Trojans apparently lost their composure. I think that's what it was, unsportsmanlike conduct. And so the Bobcats get a 1st down out of the deal. And with 8:37 left in the football game, with their offense on the field, have this football game under control.
1st and 10 at the Trojan 40. Muldrew is tight end left now. Slot left is Bright, and Courtney Cole doesn't like what he sees, calls a timeout on the field with 8:37 left in the game. Hope 31, Hot Springs 13. We'll be back on TV 55 after these messages.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pearson with the Pearson Eye and Medical Institute. I would like to introduce you to a new member of our staff, Dr. Gopal Naik.
Dr. Gopal Naik has been specializing in gynecology and has had a successful practice for the last 7 years. If you would like an appointment with Dr. Gopal Naik or Dr. H. Lewis Pearson, give us a call at 1-800-662-1645 or take the airport exit in Texarkana and go 3/4 mile. Give your tired, aching feet some relief by coming to Foster's Shoe Store today. At Foster's, we take the time to measure and get your feet in the best fitting shoes from makers like Bass, Dockers, Eastland, and others. Check out the extreme comfort of a Bianco. Caring mothers put their children's feet into Keds and jumping jacks. Men, let your feet experience the long-lasting comfort of a Stacy Adams boot. For style and comfort in footwear, come to Foster's Shoe Store, 115 East 2nd Street in the heart of downtown Hope. When your car has had a little oops, take it to Randy's Auto Glass and Collision Center. Randy and the boys will carefully get to the problem and do whatever is necessary to get your car looking its very best again. With PPG paints, we give your car that showroom finish. We rebuild or replace parts to make your car look and drive like new. Quality that will last for years is our goal at Randy's Auto Glass and Collision Center, 508 West Compress, just behind Pizza Hut in Hope.
Back in with the 4th quarter, there you see Roger Clinton join the game. Bobcats leading 31-13. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 40. Cole dropping back, hits Bright out of the backfield for a 1st down inside the 30 of the Trojans.
You know, Randy, Courtney Cole is really doing a good job of leading this offense. He doesn't zero in on one receiver. We had Corey Muldrew there going deep, but just an excellent job of play calling by the Bobcats tonight and really using their balance. A lot of things they can do with this passing game.
1st and 10 Bobcats at the Trojan 28. Muldrew and Bright come to the left side now. Sarles, the fullback. Smith, 45, the tailback. Handoff on the draw to Smith. Boy, he's got a big hole. to the 10 as he stumbles, tripped up there inside the 10 of the Trojans. First and goal, Bobcats.
Good hole opened up there by the senior Rusty Beck, Ryan Walker, Devin Walker, Brent Carpenter, Corey Golston in over there on the left offensive tackle spot. So good job of that offensive line.
Clock running with 8:04 left in this ball game. Hope 31. Hot Springs 13.
Talking to our stat man over here, Ronnie Phillips, tells me Hot Springs -3 yards in the second half of football. So great job of this Bobcat defense.
Well, the Trojans call a timeout with 7:45 left in the fourth quarter, and Bobcats will talk about it. And, you know, that's stat really says a lot about what's happened here in this second half.
Well, I think obviously at halftime, you know, whatever the coaches said to the players, you know, I think they felt like they allowed Hot Springs to get back in this football game, and at times it's been a truly dominating performance by the Bobcats offensively and defensively, and they've just done an outstanding job. That stat of -3 yards is evidence of how thoroughly Hot Springs has been dominated by the Bobcat defense, and they made some adjustments at halftime, came out and started this second half on a good note, holding Hot Springs to 3 downs and out, and their offense took over, and with 7:45 left in the football game, just put it away offensively, and then the defense just rising to the occasion and shutting this Hot Springs offense completely down.
Well, the Bobcats came out in the first quarter of this game and really took control, got a lead of 13-0, and then kind of let it get away from them, and it was tied 13-13 half, and they've done a great job, as you have mentioned, here in this second half. Muldrew will go wide left. Bright is slot right. Cole in an unbalanced line sends Bright to the left side. Cole drops back, throws. Muldrew just catches it, drops it just at the end. The official had called it a touchdown, but Corey just couldn't quite hold on to it.
Well, what happened, he had the football caught above the defensive back's head, and when Corey went to bring the football down, looks like it just banged on his helmet there. And but that was a nice pass and almost a great catch by the split end for the Bobcats, Corey Muldrew.
So to bring up second down and goal for the Bobcats at the 9 of the Trojans. Bobcats leading 31-13 and on their way to a 2-0 record in AAA Southwest. Muldrew split left, slot right, in motion goes Bright. And Courtney just loses the ball, picks it up, drops it again. Let's see who has it. And let's see, with the clock still running, 7:27 left in the ball game. Officials trying to see who recovered the ball. Looks like the Bobcats did, and so brings up third down and goal for the Cats. They'll mark it at the 8.
Yeah, I don't know whether that was going to start off to be a pass or maybe a quarterback sneak there, but Courtney had a little trouble getting the handle on it. But fortunately, he got back on the football for the Bobcats with 7 minutes left to go in the football game, and the Bobcats was faced with a third down.
Third and goal. Brent Carpenter comes out and heels in for him. Golston on the other tackle. Bright is in the slot at the right side, and the Bobcats call another timeout with 6:44 left in the ball game. It's Hope 31, Hot Springs 13. We'll be back on KTSS Channel 55 after these messages.
People make the difference at Citizens National Bank. Our friendly professional staff of hometown folks have made Citizens National the leading bank in Hope and Hempstead County by providing the finest in customer service available anywhere. They're your friends and neighbors as well as your bankers. They're committed to our community, take pride in their work, and genuinely care about you. People making the difference at Citizens National Bank, serving the banking needs of Hope and Hempstead County since 1902. Member FDIC.
You're looking at our new location for the Radio Shack. That's right, come November 1st, Radio Shack has plans to move to 808 North Hervey. That's across the street from Brookshire's in the Martin Footnotes and Fashion parking lot. This move will bring a lot of new and exciting things to Radio Shack, like a bigger selection of inventory in telephone accessories and in video accessories and in CB accessories, and yes, of course, cellular phones. So remember, after November 1st, Radio Shack will be at 808 North Irving, but in the meantime, we're still at 218 East 2nd Street in Hope, Arkansas.
Bobcats have it 3rd down and goal at the 9 with 6:44 left in the game, leading 31-13 here at Hot Springs in this AAA Southwest Conference game. Cats want more and have 2 plays to do it here from the 9-yard line of the Trojans. Muldrew goes wide left. Bright is a slot back to the right side. He'll go in motion to this near side. Pitch to the right side. Aaron Smith dives in from 9 yards out with 6:38 left in this ball game. Hope scores again on a 9-yard run by Aaron Smith.
Well, that was a quality 9-yard run. He just kind of ran, used his speed to get a little steam going, and ran over a Hot Springs tackler there. So excellent run by the Bobcat senior, Aaron Smith. And, you know, he started his year off awfully well here for the Bobcats from the tailback position tonight.
Colin Pilkington will attempt the point after. Easterling to hold. Snaps up, kick is beautiful by Colin Pilkington. So with 6:37 left, it's 38-13 now. Bobcats on their way to a convincing win here at Hot Springs.
Well, there's no question that it is a convincing win. I think other than maybe probably 8-9 minutes of the second quarter, just a game that the Bobcats have thoroughly dominated. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, you have to say Hot Springs would have been a little bit helped somewhat tonight by their players that have been suspended, but in the whole scheme of things, I don't think it would have made any difference. Possibly helped the Hot Springs running attack a little bit, but the Bobcats have just come out and dominated this football game in the second half. Clearly the superior team.
38-13. Tremaine Lacey will kick off for the Bobcats. King is deep for Hot Springs. Lacey ready. Kick is a wobbler. We'll get to the 20. Inside the 20 before it's fielded by Tyson Doucette. Doucette misses several Bobcats, finally hit by Nick Edwards. Also on the play, Alex Flanoy.
And the Bobcats with 6:29 left in the football game. You know, as we talked about, other than about 7 or 8 minutes in that second quarter, just the entire football game dominated by this Bobcat offense and defense.
Well, the Bobcats go to are at Hammond Stadium for the next 2 weeks. Starting next week, play AAA Southwest Conference foe Malvern, the preseason pick. That'll be a tough game at Hammond Stadium. McDaniel hands off to the tailback. That's Elliott. Boy, he got good running room into Bobcat territory. Corey Muldrew on the tackle, also Nick Edwards.
And a good surge there by the Hot Springs line that time. Kind of drove the Bobcats off the football and able to pick up nice yardage and the first down.
1st and 10 and Bobcat 48-yard line. The clock stops with 6:21 left so that the chains can be moved. Now it starts. Paul Wilson in there for the Cats, number 88 on the defensive end. Hand off to Braggs, and he's met hard by the Bobcat interior line. J.D. Sampson there.
J.D. Sampson just was not giving an inch there. Michael Christian also in on the play, but nice play there by the big junior Jonathan Sampson. Really a dominating play on the Hot Springs center, so no gain on that play for the Trojans. We might mention that first down preceding that play, first one of the second half for this Hot Springs offense.
Great dominance by the Bobcat defense here in this second half of play. 2nd down and 10. Handoff again. No, on the option is McDaniel, and there's a flag thrown as Nick Edwards shoves McDaniel out of bounds at the Bobcat 45.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe a face mask. Did you see a face mask?
Well, I think that's what it'd have to be, because as Nick wrapped him up, that's when the flag was thrown. No, it's a hold, and it must have been behind the runner.
No, it was an illegal block, and is what it was. And well, maybe it was a hold. Yeah, that was a hold. And I saw him looking at the Hot Springs players, and apparently someone put the holding penalty in effect there around McDaniels as he was trying to fake out a couple of Bobcats, but not really to any avail. And so Hot Springs set way back here with facing a second down with 5:32 remaining in the football game.
Yeah, second down and 20. The ball marks the Trojans 43 now. They need to get to the Bobcat 37. Scribner goes wide left. Elliott is now in the slot back, 24. Dropping back is McDaniel. Rushed by Armstrong and Wilson. They miss him. Flushed out, but Alex Flannery gets him. Ball's on the ground. Let's see if the ball is dead on the play.
Well, what a good play there by Alex Flannery, but there was a great rush put on there. I saw Jonathan Sampson back there, Paul Wilson back there, let's see, probably Corey Armstrong, and I'm sure Michael Christian in there too, and then Alex Flannery came flying from his linebacker there to pick up the quarterback.
Third down 24 now. The ball at the Trojan 39-yard line, and the Trojans are in the negative here. As you see, Nick Kemp, number 56, the senior Bobcat, in there at defensive end also. McDaniel, the quarterback, hands off to the tailback, and that's Elliott. Bobcats get him down at the 46 of the Trojans. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Trojans send their punting team out with 4:15 left in this ball game. Bobcats lead 38-13.
Well, you know, again, I will say this, an impressive performance by this Bobcat defense and certainly by the offense. Just a spectacular, I don't know whether I'd call it sharp because at times they weren't so crisp, but just when they had to, they did it, and just an outstanding job by this Bobcat football team.
Jackson fields the snap, nice punt, and Bright fields it at the 18, gives a fair catch, and the Bobcats will take over there at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, and I expect you're going to see some of the well, let's see who we see. We'll see some of the second teamers come in and set up their offense for the Bobcats here with 3:39 left to go in the football game, and it's a good time for it. The game well in hand, and you'll see some of your B teamers coming in here, or JV teams. They didn't get a game this Monday night, but going to get a little action here on Friday night for the Bobcats.
Colin Pilgrim, the quarterback. He sends Chad Markham, 23, to the left side, Bright to the left side. Ibsen, the center, number 76. Hand off to the tailback. And we'll get a number in a second.
Well, that's Columsico Moore in at tailback, number 33. He's a senior for the Bobcats, and got his action here against the Hot Springs Trojan. Very little running room there as the Bobcats picked up about a yard or two on the play and brings up a second down.
Also David Poindexter, 58, in there, the offensive line for the Cats. Markham will go to the right side. Golston still in there at left tackle. Paul Wilson, Tremaine Lacey, 2, split left. Moore is your running back, unbalanced line left. Pitch to Moore along the right side, and he is hit over there hard. Also in there for the Bobcats on that offensive line, Justin Harper.
Well, let's see, just not much going on that sweep there as the Trojans were ready for that, and
William Griffith, number 75, in there for the Cats.
William Griffith, a big sophomore, in playing left tackle for the Bobcats.
Lacey and Markham come to the left side. 2:22 left in the game. Third down and 10 for the Cats. Pilkington rolling left, throws across the middle, and Lacey made a he really did a nice job coming back for the ball and just bounced out off his pads.
Yeah, you're
incomplete.
Right. He did a real nice job coming back for the football because it looked like it was headed towards some Trojans, and he just came back so hard it kind of bounced off his shoulder pad. So the Bobcat punting team coming on the football field with just over 2 minutes remaining in the football game.
Patton will punt for the Cats on fourth down with 2:12 left in this game. Bobcats leading 38-13. And the Bobcats look ready, now are. High snap, but Patton will get it away. It'll hit about midfield and go into Trojan territory, and they're rolled to the 40 before it's down there by the Bobcats. So with 2:02 left in this game, the Trojans have 60 yards and a chance to score. Maybe their last chance.
Well, just you know, as we kind of recap the game here, as the game does wind down with 2 minutes to go, you know, again, Bobcats did exactly what they had to. Went in at halftime, tied up in this football game 13-all, and when this third quarter started, it was all Bobcats and continued that way up until, well, with 2 minutes to go, only allowing 1 first down on defense and putting 4 scores on the board.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at their 40. Hand off to Elliott. Gets into the Bobcat defensive backfield before he's knocked down there by Alan Westfall, number 17 for the Cats.
You know, Randy, as we continue to talk about the football game, Courtney Cole just doing a fantastic job of quarterbacking this offense. You know, we saw Aaron Smith just have a great comeback game for the Bobcats tonight, along with your receivers, Muldrew and Bright, and so the offense really did what they had to do at all times tonight.
Hand off again to Elliott. First down and more into Bobcat territory at the 44. Let's see who stopped him there for the Cats. Christian Flannery on the tackle.
And you know, the thing you have to say, the Bobcats came in here, and this is a Hot Springs team coming off a drubbing of Malvern. They just beat Malvern every which way, and certainly ready to play this football game even without a couple of their players. But the Bobcats playing without some of their starters also, Jeff High and of course Billy Roberts. So just an outstanding performance by the Bobcats tonight.
McDaniel throws to Scribner, just can't hang on to it. Markham and Pilkington defending along with Alex Flannery. Bring up second down. Clock stops with 57 seconds left in this ball game.
You know, and we talk about, of course, Billy Roberts will be back pretty soon. We'll have Eric Turner coming back here in a couple of weeks. Surely hope Jeff High is able to overcome his injury tonight. We don't know the seriousness of that, but good team defense and just overall team play by the Bobcats.
Hand off again to Elliott, the tailback, finally brought down by Markham. Nice tackle there by the Bobcat junior, and be 1st and 10 for Hot Springs at the Bobcat 31. 49 seconds left in this ball game.
And you know, I'll say something else. See Colin Pilkington out there kind of reminds me, the 2 extra points he's kicked tonight, or that football was actually placed down on the tee. Just an outstanding job by him on kicking extra points.
McDaniel again hands off to Elliott, tackled there by Sherman Gully, number 90 for the Bobcats. Also Armstrong in there, and also number 4, Alvis Milas.
But you know, but the thing we talk about before each game, you know, the job that the Bobcat team has to do, and that is strive to get better in every phase of the game, week by week, and they've done that. You know, the defense just continues to get better and better as we see an errant pass there thrown to one of the Hot Springs wideouts by McDaniel, but 9 seconds left in the football game. But defensively, you know, really, they gave up the 1 touchdown down here, and then the turnover, I think Hot Springs scored from the 16. But other than that, just a totally dominating performance by the Bobcat defense. Again, they keep that varied offense and well-balanced offense going, running the sweeps between the tackles, hitting the short passes and trying the long passes. So, you know, not much to find fault with the Bobcats tonight.
Heading off to Elliott, and again, nice lick in there for the Bobcats, and that's number 70, Armstrong, on the tackle. That's the end of the ball game, where the Bobcats beat the Hot Springs Trojans 38-13. We'll be back with the post-game interviews on KTSS after these messages.
Construction is now complete at Hillcrest Care and Rehab. Hi, I'm Margie Johnson, Administrator at Hillcrest Care and Rehab in Prescott. I would like to extend to you a personal invitation to our open house on Sunday, October 26th from 2 until 4 p.m. We want you to come and see our new wing with its modern equipment. We also want you to visit with our staff because it's our staff that truly makes the difference. Remember our open house on Sunday, October 26th from 2 until 4 p.m. Hillcrest Care and Rehab, West 2nd Street in Prescott, where caring comes first.
Folks, I'm Elmer Grant out here at Prescott Motor Company today. I want to tell you about some previously owned and some program cars we got here. Cars and trucks, folks, that some of them qualify for up to 60-month financing, and we want to encourage you to come out. We're at a time when we're making our best deals. We're trying to move some vehicles, and you're the one that's going to reap the benefits from it. So come on down to Prescott Motor Company here on Highway 67 South in Prescott, Arkansas.
Hi. Hi. Doesn't it make you feel better knowing that Columbia is more than just a hospital? Sure. That they have so many ways of making you healthy. You know, like making it easier to get your blood pressure or cholesterol checked. It's okay. Nobody's judging you.
The 50% off special is a valuable treat from Century Sayonet. Century Sayonet is giving new customers 50% off their October, November, and December bills. That's like getting a month and a half free. Plus, get a free cellular phone and free activation. You will still get the clearest signal and the convenience of Century Sayonet. This is a limited time offer, so treat yourself to the 50% off special. See Bobby Smith, your Century Sayonet authorized dealer at 211 West Main in Prescott.
Back at Hot Springs, where the Hope Bobcats have won their second conference game in as many weeks with a 38-13 victory over the Hot Springs Trojans, and a convincing victory, guys. Our offensive players of the game and defensive player of the game, Ryan Walker, Rusty Beck, and Steve Edwards, all did an outstanding job. Ryan, you and Rusty are the seniors on that offensive line, and tonight, especially early in the game when you came out, you looked like you took control of the game. What was the key to the Bobcats' victories tonight?
Well, we've just come together the past couple of weeks and gotten a whole lot better, and this is a great senior year for me, and I know it is for Ryan because he's going both ways on the ball. But we just have to come together and work as a team, and it's not an individual.
Well, you know, in the offensive line, I know it looked like that first half. Got ahead 13-0. You know, had the big run by Aaron Smith, and Courtney made the touchdown run. It looked like he had to control the game. Then all of a sudden, Hot Springs back in it, and halftime is 13-all. What kind of adjustments did you make at half?
Well, we lost our momentum at half, and then we went in. Coach talked to us, changed the little formations around, tell us what to do. Good coaching. Came back out, and we did it.
Good coaching and good execution by that offensive line, guys. Congratulations on a great victory, 2-0 in conference. Malvern looked like they were on a big roll tonight and beating Lake Hamilton, so it's going to be a big showdown next week with the Leopards. Again, congratulations to y'all.
Thank you.
All right, Randy's talked to our offensive players. I'm going to talk to our defensive player. Usually we see him on offense, but tonight we needed him mostly on defense. And, Steve, I'll tell you what adjustments I think the Bobcats made at halftime. The defense came out, and I saw you just absolutely knock number 24's head off about the second play of the game. That's a nice adjustment, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It's fun playing defense right now with the Bobcats. You know, you guys only gave up one first down in that second half. Did you realize that y'all were dominating Hot Springs so easily?
We just supposed to just come out and bring up back our momentum, and that's all I tried to do was bring it back up.
Well, buddy, you did a great job because I noticed it, and I want you to keep going like that because we talked at halftime. Randy and I talked that the Bobcats will need to come out and get the momentum back, and you did a great job of that by your just stellar hits tonight on defense. But do you miss playing offense? I know it's tough to go both ways all the time, but do you miss playing offense a little bit?
Well, yeah, I do, but when we got a back like Aaron Smith, it's all good.
You know, and that says a lot about this football team, Randy, when you can Steve can come in here and concentrate on defense and then give the credit to Aaron Smith and that great offensive performance tonight by the Bobcats. And guys, Randy and I are real excited about the way things are going. You're dominating people, and let's just take them one game at a time. And another great performance tonight. And this defense, Steve, is just getting better and better.
Yes, sir.
Well, great job, guys.
Thank you.
And next week at Hammond Stadium, the showdown in AAA Southwest Conference, where the Malvern Leopards come to Hammond Stadium to play the undefeated Hope Bobcats. Every Bobcat fan be at Hammond Stadium to see the Bobcats against the Malvern Leopards. Until next week on KTSS Channel 55, we'll have Bobcat football right here.
This has been Bobcat football as Hope took on Hot Springs in Hot Springs on October 3rd. Play-by-play with